I might as well start with an overview here, since it sometimes gets restated multiple times. It's better to just have it stated once. This is my party here. Several of the characters will be showing up a little later. We are going to start this tactical OSR with a Fanatsy Hex Crawl first. So we're going to start in the Barrens, and we are going to find 3 clue points. Once we find 3 clue points, we will find the garden that will be exploring as part of the end game. So Tactical OSR is more detailed end games for the other 2 games, either Fanatsy OSR and Underworlds, or in this case, Fanatsy OSR Hex Crawl, where you're actually moving across the map. When we're in the exploration portion, we carry gear, food, and luck. When we switch to the end game, we become Dirty Tricks, Poultice, and Luck. Those usually regenerate at the end game. We'll just call it a little bit of the character flair. The same sort of progression you'll have in Helm, Armor, and Shield and Weapon. Here's the different group characters, their levels, the number of XPs they currently have, and their hit points. We got 20 cents to our name, or if you prefer something more immersive, we have 2 sesterce silver pennies to our name. 3 clues to find the garden, and everyone in the group is from prior adventuring is now carrying a heal potion, which at any time can heal 2d6. We will cross through trails, barriers, forests, wonders, wastes, and other barrens as we try to find 3 clue points along the way to reach this garden, this haunted garden, and then we'll go into a detailed end game. Guess what? It's wilds big and little. Let's roll for next hex. So
okay, big and little. Da, 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 da. I got a 1-2.
Actually, all I need you to do is adjacent to the Barrens first. A 1-2 is going to be a 1 for the Barrens. So we got Barrens next to Barrens. That's fine. Tony, as a celebrant, can recharge all of his aces. And what was the second roll that you rolled?
2.
And a 2. Now in a Barrens 2, just give me a fresh big and little for the Barrens that we entered.
Sure. 66.
66.
That's got to be bad. Okay.
That's probably not going to be good. Accused. Let's find out as I scroll down. Accused
I blame
6.
Tony.
You should not blame Tony. This is all on you. Times we have to suck it up and admit. An accused to the death? No, not to the death. I'm searching. I'm hunting. I think the accused is all the way at the bottom.
In flagrant delictico.
Oh! So he got himself into some sort of affair of honor, which is sad. What are you doing to yourself, Rusty? As they would say, keep it in your pants.
He pays a fine of gold piece dollars per level, or else suffer the consequences solo to the death.
We don't have any. We don't have anything like that. So yes, the accused, as Tony has read it out. Thank you, Tony. Rusty, you gain an XP. Let me at least give you that before we watch you die. And that gives you 3, but you need 5 to make.
Right.
And it says, or else suffer the consequences solo to the death. By paying the fine, you receive a milestone clue. That would be nice to have, but we don't have a gold piece. We're very.
We don't
poor.
even have 2 gold pieces because I'm level 2.
So we're gonna go into to the death. So let's move up to that.
Do we all go to the death, or just
yes,
me?
we all enter. We will support you, since you're. Or does it imply solo to the death? What do you think, Tony? Should he have to fight his own battle here, or should we all help him? I think we should all help him.
Well, we'll make it a little bit more exciting for all of us if we all solo, but...
Yes, if we all had to suffer the disadvantage. Solo to the death. It does imply, Rusty, that you have to fight this solo to the death. So you're going to have to fight somebody to the death. It's up to you, Rusty, whether you're going to live or die here. You're the one that's picking the fights. Now, to the death is not terrible. You're just going to roll a d6, and we're going to, just same way we would look on the. I'm hunting for it. Boy, these little tables.
Isn't that my second 6?
No,
your first
the
6
is accused and double accused. The 2 to death rolls are going to be, you're going to roll a d6 and you're going to either be fallback, pinned, death embrace, shaken, tactics, mob, fleas, or victory. This does not have all of the tactical advantages of the end game. A d6, Rusty, you may add your 2 aces. A 6 is going to be mob, fleas. I think you just stood up to this guy and he ran away. Let's see what it says. Means the monster is defeated. Test both armor and weapon fatigue. No more wounds. Fury resets to 0. However, no loot or pillage from baggage. If you throw your luck in this, it actually goes up. You will not get any XP, but you will roll for pillage and baggage from the guy that ran away from you.
Do I get XP if I stay with the 6?
Nope.
Well,
because we're not finishing a quest here.
Okay.
You've completed the act. We do not have any sort of quest finale that gives you loot. Pillage baggage and gain loot if you throw your luck in to get that 7. Otherwise, the guy has run away, and I'm just going to test armor and weapon fatigue.
I'll go ahead and get some loot.
Okay, why don't we get rid of your luck here? And why don't we look for some loot? I think we got a loot table in this book. If not, I'll have to open up Fanatsy OSR.
Looks like Roll20 stuck on 6s for me. I like that.
Yeah, that would be good. It'd be a welcome relief. Loot across country. All right, Rusty, give me a roll of a d6 for baggage here.
Nope, not stuck on 6. 1.
What was the roll? A 1. A 1 is a non-human trophy. You pick up, probably a quarter's worth of money from this whole thing, which is pretty good in the outdoors, but not great. And we move into the next stage here, big and little, Tony. We are in the Barrens. Or I should say, give me a roll for what comes next. So in this, it's actually 3 rolls that we need.
Is it a single die 6 for what comes next?
Yeah, right? What comes next? A 1. Wild's next hex. A 1. Yeah, so once again, we got Barrens. Barrens. What are you guys doing to us? We're never going to get out of the Barrens. I'm just going to keep us in the same Barren hex we are. That's safe terrain here. Although it does take away a little bit of flair. Okay, here comes all our Barrens as we move around the map with our party. And would you now roll big and little for us, please?
Yep, a 3/3, so a freehold plus physical cul-de-sac.
Yeah, 3, a freehold that's actually in a stuck canyon, and the freehold 3. As we pan down to it. Ambush, Fey. I thought, did I misread it? A Fey 3 freehold, yeah. Are these in alphabetical order? You'd think, which means little d6. Oh, it's little d6 ambush, little d6 electric Fey. Got it now. The 3/3, you've come across a tavern. A tavern means you found a place to purchase aces as well as buy and sell items. Can we get a clue point of this? A gain in XP, Tony.
All right, hey, that's good. Gets me to 7. Almost there.
And there is no blacksmith. Sell swords take a free roll of gaming. That's a lot of free rolls of gaming. How about if we each roll, all 3 of us, or I should say all 2 of us I got, hey, Greg, how you doing? We got, give me a die 6, Rusty, and a roll of a 2. You pick up an Imperial coin. It's very low, but who knows? Close. And for me, nope. And if you had that luck, Rusty, you could throw your luck into that. For game ballast, you only
you could throw your luck into it.
Not for well, I mean throw my luck into your roll.
No, into your roll. So you got a 3. Okay.
Yeah, I got a 3. I think it's a 2 is a free coin, unless you wanted to actually wager something, and we don't have anything to wager. A celebrant gains his gear and food for free. You replenish hit points, gain an XP, and that puts us back to Greg. As soon as you're in, just give us a shout.
Can I purchase my lunk back?
You can for a dime.
Well, let's do that.
I think that would be a good idea. And we're going to roll into the next roll. I'll roll for that. So the next hex from the wilds. Here comes my D6. A 2. It's a trails. Finally, we're on the road to someplace. And we move up on the trails, and happy trails to us. I go back over to this, and I roll the big and little for what happens on the trails, and I got myself a 44. A trails 4 is a quandary 4. Starting to get the hang of this again. It's just like riding a bike. Not really, but...
Red, why are we going that direction when we're trying to get to 2-5?
2-5 is the name of the underworld, Rusty.
Oh, okay, but not Hex 2-5.
No, and it's
okay.
Not that easy. A quandary 4, as I slowly go down into the cues here. Quandary 4 is a fatigue and a poof. I don't have any spells to poof, but fatigue means you lose either food or luck. If your tally of milestone clues is 3 or more, lose both. No, it's not. We have no milestones yet. If you have neither ace to play, suffer damage based on the quest threat. Our quest threat is non-humans. In group play, this is a loss is global and suffered by all player characters. I apologize for that, folks. Everyone has to lose either food or luck. We should probably mix this up. I'll lose luck, since I can get luck back at any town.
Don't you want to see if you want to take the damage? One die.
Let's see what it says here. Fatigue. If your it says you may lose either food or luck. If your Talstones, if you have neither ace to play, you would suffer the damage.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I'm afraid this
stuck.
trip is taking too much. One scroll you must carry turns inert. That doesn't help us. Effective geese. Finally suffer a magical waning result, and the quest threat grows. That's probably more important. We went to demi-humans on the quest threat. I got that down here in the corner. Not that we really need it. We could probably just remember it. And so go around the table. I'll hold off on Greg just for a moment. Rusty.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can. Did you want to come in right at the moment, or do you want to pretend that we can't hear you just so you don't lose an ace or a...
You want to come in a little later, Greg.
Yes, 10 seconds, I think. Rusty, which do you want to lose, food or luck?
Oh,
one of us should lose food.
I'll lose the food.
Okay, Rusty is going to.
Oh no, Tony can get food back, right?
Yes,
Tony. Yeah, I can get it back.
So I'll lose the luck then.
Okay, that puts us out. Hey, Greg, how you doing? You just missed a bad roll. Greg, roll me 1d6 for what is adjacent to trails.
It's 6.
6. It's something wondrous. This is the way it's played, guys. I've been depending upon you guys to make the rolls, and here comes in Greg, giving us something wondrous to look at. Now, Greg, you're going to roll big and little, and that big and little is going to determine what we find in this wondrous hex.
Get a 6-4.
A 64. So I go to wondrous.
No, I see it as a 1-3. What do you mean, 64?
Oh, sorry. That's what sorry, it is a 1-3. You're
a
right.
1-3. Thank you, Rusty, keeping us honest here with a point of order. A ruins of lore and a 3 ruins of lore, and I pan down to R after plus. I think that the plus events are separate. And to the death, that was last. Skirmish R. Ruins of lore, a 3. Excavate. Plus, there's a physical cul-de-sac. We probably will not be able to leave from that hex. But an excavate means you have gained loot, which is nice. Greg,
roll better than a 1.
Better than a 1, huh?
By disturbing the columns and foundations, we're going to lose gear. In group play, gain an XP and collect an epic relic. An epic relic is not bad. That should be worth about a gold. Yeah, 1d6 for loot, please.
2. Well, that is technically better than a 1.
It is better than a 1.
It is.
We're going to roll for the loot. We also got to strip your gear for the moment, Greg, as you were digging in the ruins. And do I have my loot? A 6, a 2 as a demi-human trophy, Greg. That's probably worth about 50 cents. So we'll plug a whole lot of dems over here for the moment. Although I do have the big 50-cent base, the double denarii. Okay, so we got $1.50 now, so we can actually pay a fine next time Rusty gets himself in trouble in a town. And we continue on. I'm over to my character. I already rolled my character. Rusty, back to you. Would you please give me a D6 on what we find next? Next to Wondrous. Oh, let's check the cul-de-sac.
Oh yeah.
What is it that we're doing here? We're exploring the
We're
wilderness.
right here on the map, Greg. If you look at the hex grid at 3-6, we are moving from barrens to barrens to barrens to trail to wonder. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to collect three clue points, 3 milestones along our travel, and then we're going to reach the Haunted Garden, which was scenario 2-5 in the Nocturne book. Okay. And we're back to that plus physical cul-de-sac. It's a PH, I think, isn't it? Even though I didn't put it in order. Here it is. Give me a die 6, Greg.
5.
A 5. A 5 is exasperation. It means the group is pressing onward through relentless rainstorms. Each member of the group loses an ace. Anyone without that must roll armor fatigue. The storm seemed locked in this broken place, and it's best to avoid. Backtrack. The hex has no exit, so we have to move back. That's the main thing. And once again, unfortunately, we're going to be losing an ace. We are really running out of aces fast. Now I'm remembering how bad this Hex Crawl game wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm gonna lose my my gear, and I will go over. Rusty, what would you like to lose in this physical cul-de-sac? You have.
I have food and I have gear.
Food
right?
and gear, correct? Yes.
I'll lose the food.
Okay. Now remember, when we get to the end game in the Haunted Garden, we switch to Dirty Tricks, Poultice, and Luck, and we get those back no matter what our traveling gear and food and luck situation was. And I move over to Tony. Tony, you have Dirty Tricks. I should say you have gear, food. No, you do not have food.
Gear and luck.
Gear and luck, yes.
So I'll drop my gear.
I think that would probably be best. And Greg, you have luck, and you have. Did we lose your gear? Yeah, you lost your gear before when you were excavating for money. Did you want to lose your food or your luck, Greg?
I'll lose food to start off with.
And once more for me?
Food, he said.
Food, thank you. And we are up to Rusty's roll. Rusty,
I rolled a 2.
We had backtack around the trails again. A 2 is another trail. As we make our way around here. And big and little then, Rusty.
35.
35 off of trails. So a 3 and a 5 is going to be a harbinger.
Might be a clue.
A harbinger could be a fluid. Note, when generated from the terrain of barrens, that hex changes to trails. A 5, rejuvenation. Rejuvenation means the news is uplifting. Gain a milestone. You are correct, Rusty. We have 1 of our 3 milestones to get us to the end game. And but the quest threat also grows. We are now fighting mythic beasts.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
And at least we're not at Great Ones. If the threat has already reached Great Ones, suffer mishap loss. Additionally, spellcasters like celebrants, elves, and wizards in Fanatsy OSR reset their spells to be cast again. Tony, you probably could pick up 2 spells as a celebrant somewhere. I think even sellswords get spells in Fantasy OSR, but it's probably not going to be too long before we get out of here. And we're going to go on. Is there anything else besides that? I think it is just the threat is increasing. I go over to Tony. Tony, would you give me a D6 off of trails?
A D6 off of trails. Okay, we find a 3.
More trails.
More trails.
Trails lead to trails. What else would they lead to?
And then it is a 2-3 is what we will see off of the trails.
What table are we looking at right now? Is this?
Here, I'm going to punch it just again for you, Greg. Did that show up on your desktop?
Is it Wild's
Yes.
Next Hex? Okay,
Wild's Next Hex is the first 6 he rolled, and he rolled a 3 off of trails. So you would go down adjacent to the trails and check 3. And it also has a little asterisk. Now, a little asterisk, I think, is the rule of 3. If any adjacent location is generated a roll of 3, you automatically contains a milestone. That's our second one. Let's go back and look and see. We haven't got a whole lot of 3s so far. No. Maybe Rusty. No,
I was a 3. No, didn't I get a 3?
I don't see a 3 under you, Rusty.
maybe not.
Here's one, though. But who knows what that was 3 was 4, because I rolled the big and little after it. I think I rolled a 2 first. But we'll keep track of it now. We only need one more to reach the end game. This is just, I'm trying to show a little bit of the mix in, not really running hex crawl. And big and little then, Tony, off of the, what did I say? Trails.
Trails, yeah, 2-3. So that puts me at 2-3, puts us at freehold plus mishap. The 3 is tavern. I gain an XP. All right. Oh, hey, look at that. I'm 8, so that gives me to 3rd level.
It does. Tony has gone to 3rd level, and I'm looking at the freehold tavern, and I think there are some other things. First of all, Tony can replenish his food and gear, right?
Bang, bang. Get it back. Yep.
Okay, food and gear for Tony. That's a good one. We want that. And Tony as well has gotten his 5th XP at level 2, or 8 total, so he's going to move to level 3. Steal Conrad's clicker here. And you get, what was it, 6 HPs per level? How many XPs per level do you get?
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Okay.
I think it's 6.
Celebrant 6 is Rusty is correct. Yes, 6 more.
6 more. Plus another spell in case it's needed. And 21 there. That's nice. And we also then, what else happens inside the tavern here? There are no witches to buy trophies. There is no blacksmith. Sell swords gain a free gambling roll. All of us. Greg, roll a d6 looking for a 2. And Rusty, d6 looking for a 2.
4.
4 and 3.
Can we replenish our
hit points
stuff?
We can. What do we got here? Aces. Let's see. We got 1, 2 aces, 20 cents. Sure, we should do that. Oh, look at that. Now I'm just making a mess. Okay, 20 cents for 2 aces. So we'll have at least one more ace on the end here. And food. Food is 50 cents, Rusty. Oh, you're breaking us. And so we get Rusty's food back, and Greg's gear. Gear is a 1/4. And we are back in business. Greg's food. Oh, we're so
Greg's
close.
food.
I cheated Greg out of his food. It's too bad that Tony can't pass something under the table.
We started, though, with a gold piece plus the 50. And
we actually got the gold piece plus the 50. We started with about 30 cents, Rusty, which I think is still.
I know, but the gold piece and the 50 should have paid for my 50, Greg's 50, and the pretty much everything else.
Was it a gold piece plus 50, or
yes, it was a gold piece plus 50. We had 1.5 gold pieces. Remember, you made the comment that we could pay for Rusty's.
I thought we've done that twice. Okay, I have effectively compensated us to a small degree. Again, this hex crawl is not our main focus at the moment. But let us roll then for the next travails down the road. Now that inn came off of. Did that inn come off of Freehold? Yeah, Freehold on the trail.
So quick question. It's,
yes.
On my roll that I had done, the 2-3, when it's told me it was Freehold. And then taverns, but it also said plus mishap. So do I need to roll that mishap then?
Let's roll it.
Okay, so it's a d6, a 4, tribulation. Tribulation tells me mean you lose your luck or take hit point damage. I will lose my luck then.
Well, roll it. This was one where you might want
right.
to. Yeah. Well, we're at monsters for our threat, so it is actually going to be 3d6.
3d6.
So yeah, we don't. Really want
it's actually equal. Yeah, it's equal to my character level times a die 6. Okay, so 3 times that. All right.
Yeah, I would think lose the luck. Lose the luck or take HP damage equal to character level times a d6. That's an ugly.
That'd be
roll.
12. I'm gonna pass on that. I'll just lose the luck.
I think probably losing the luck there is It's especially since that's travel luck. That's not our end game luck.
Yeah.
And we move on to could be our final roll. We're gonna let Greg do it. Greg, Wilds, next hex off of trails. Give me a D6, please. 6. Greg is always giving us the wonders.
All right, so then I need big and little on wonder. Well, let me just do the big and littles first.
Big and little on wonders, absolutely.
Okay, it looks like a 5.
55.
5. So what you do is you go down to wonders, and the first 5 would be a quandary, and the second 5, and plus there's a physical cul-de-sac there. We may not be able to get out or be able to continue on from it. And then when you go down to quandary, which
Quandary is
harbinger, accused, quandary, a 5 quandary is we got lost. And when we got lost, it results in frustration without considerable delay. The hex you've entered changes to impassable like a physical cul-de-sac without the extra bane roll. And the quest threat grows. Oh my gosh. God, we need to get away from here.
This is the wonder.
The quest threat has grown to a great one. There's evidence of a dragon in the area. Additionally, test for area wild quirks. Okay. Wild quirks. I believe wild quirks is a plus. I'm going to have to look in the rule book here. Let me go back to my main rule book here. Let me find wild quirks. A wild quirks. Give me a D6, Greg, on what we found with the wild quirks, please. And sing 3. It out for me. A 3?
Yeah.
There is an ancient curse and there's pestilence. The pestilence means that we're going to lose any ace. If you have none of these rolls, roll for armor and fatigue. Should the result be global, result 6, every player. Is this result 6? No, good. And the ancient curse will cause you a penalty of -1 to your next clarifying little D6 roll. So the next little D6 roll is -1. And Greg, we're going to penalize you by making you lose one of your aces. Which ace did you lose going into the wonder? You have all of them.
Food, start off.
Food. Okay, and pulling that. And now we're going to go on to, we're still traveling, and we still need to find out if that wonder, we already determined the wonder was a cul-de-sac, and we didn't need to roll off of it. We're going back to trails. My die, D6, clarifying, off of the trails, a 3. And that would be more trails. A clue. Yes, and a 3, absolutely. That makes us find the end game, and that would be that would end our little foray here into showing how you would run Hex Crawl and then up to the end game. So say goodbye to these pieces, buy those pieces, and say goodbye to the fact that we're not worried about gear and food and luck. And we go back into the end game, and with our character fate, we start with dirty tricks. We make ourselves each a poultice to take into the end game, and we renew our luck. Now, this end game, 2-5, is haunted. A 2-5 haunted will mean that we are irradiated. Every time we have to do an ordeal that requires a roll of stats, we're going to take our level and damage. So every time Tony has to roll a dexterity roll, he takes 3 points of damage because the place is just, on fire radioactively. The flare causes all attempts to overcome ordeals to suffer the character level and damage regardless of outcome. Our goal is to discover a great one's plans. I'm down here with those right next to... as I move all around the board. If you go down to the flare continuity chart, you can see what our quest is, that we're going to discover a great one's weakness by observation, conferring with lesser creatures who live in its midst. The place typically has the evil flare irradiated. So just being around the big monster demon, we're going to take damage. And we're going to enter the haunted garden. I'm back at the top of the map here. And we're going to walk up on the peaceful elephants, and we're going to talk to them. Now, just by talking to the peaceful elephants, whoever decides to make the roll is going to take their level and damage. Now, there's also a scry pool that we can gaze into. So I'm going to start this off. We left off with Greg. I will skip myself, and back to you, Rusty, just by coincidence. Rusty.
Just real quick, I need to roll a die 6 because I did level, so I want to see what happens with my liabilities.
Please, go ahead. You want to roll a 2 means you picked up chaotic rather than
I am chaotic.
Rather than losing. Also, there's a little cheat sheet I made down at the bottom here, which if you are grizzled, your red ordeals are at a penalty. If you're annoying, your green ordeals are at a penalty. Also, if you have annoying, you don't do fear as well. If you have enemies, you don't lacerate as well. If you have doubt, you don't fireball as well. Just a small penalty there that is in the game rules. We really haven't been enforcing it because I don't think it occurs that often. But now we're reaching a point, especially with Tony being 50% or more liabilities, he's going to probably have some penalties here along the way. But that said, here's our party. I'm going to pull Conrad for the moment. Bye, Conrad. Hopefully we'll see you in just a little bit. Tony, we're going to move you back to 3-1. Rusty, I'm going to skirt you over, and I'll leave the dog exactly where it is. I picked up a war dog for Greg to worry about. I just don't have the mental fortitude to play with dogs in the game because they sometimes get killed. And but Greg can be the dog, the master of the moment. Now, in the situation here, Rusty, if you look back at the top on the haunted garden, here's our party. Everyone should be able to move that. We're coming up on these sort of peaceful elephants, and this is a Fey encampment, so all of these animals are enchanted. They can all talk to us. You basically have 2 choices by the ordeals. You can gaze into the pool, or you can talk to the elephants. And I'm not sure. There are other things you could possibly do. We're trying to find information out about a large demon that has taken over this garden. You follow where we're at, Rusty?
Okay, so I either look in the pool or ask the elephants.
Yep, you either look in the pool or you talk to elephants.
Okay, and the penalty for talking to elephants was
if I make you make a roll, you're going to take your hit point, your level and damage.
Okay, and is that ameliorated by my +1 shield?
Yes, everything would be dropped by our armor protections.
Okay, and if I look in the pool, is that cause
that
damage?
Would also probably take another stat roll, and that too would be the now, just by making the decision for the moment as a party leader, you could be telling somebody else when you hear, oh, I need you to make a perception roll looking in the pool. Our perceptions, all of us right now, are pretty terrible. Tony is the best with a 3. You may want to just throw it to me so I get a free hit point and then I take damage, but what do you think our first action should be?
Let's see.
Throwing it out there. Do you want to just walk right up and look in some elephant's pool, or do you want to talk to them first? Poor elephants.
Yes, I'll talk to the elephants.
Okay, I think you should be talking to the elephants, but what do I know? All right, so when you talk to the elephants, they possibly can tell you a vulnerability of the monsters that we have. Now, if we attack, they say, first of all, the garden was a nice, peaceful place. It was a beautiful place until the Toad Lord showed up. Once the Toad Lord showed up and started enforcing his minions, he was bringing in wargs. He was changing the size of the insect creatures. He just mucked up the whole place, as demons sometimes do. Now he knows that the demon itself has a vulnerability. Now I wrote some down here. I'll throw it up to you, Rusty. What is one of the demon's vulnerability? For instance, does it hate sharp noises? Does it, if we blind it with mirrors in its eyes, is that the vulnerability? Pick a vulnerability for the demon. Just elaborate for us.
It suffers damage whenever its opponents fail rolls.
Oh, yes. I think the demon has a vulnerability to lightning.
Lightning. Well, now it may have a vulnerability to lightning, but you may want to pick a vulnerability that we can actually do.
Well, let's see. Then to lacerate, to iron.
Okay, so it's more susceptible when it's injured by an iron weapon. See, that's a good generic one because it doesn't necessarily pin us down to only you with the lacerate ability having
Right.
iron
weapons. Yes.
So now, instead of facing a -5 death mod on the end battle, this will mean it's only going to be -4. Woohoo! The fact that we know that we're not going to fight with flint weapons, we're going to fight with iron like we have. Now, as you talk to the elephant says, you may wish to look in the pool, but by doing so, you're going to have to make a roll on Ordeal 1-5. Now, Ordeal 1-5, if I have my cheat sheet here somewhere, and Tactical OSR, Nocturnal Groups, a 1-5 is going to be, I think I also have this here, don't I? Let me look in my handouts. Do I have ordeals in my handouts? I do. Good. Oh, on Ordeal 1-5 is talk to the mysterious sentinel or harbinger. Primary role is Sexterity. Secondary problems for failure. So, Rusty, if you look in the pool, you're going to have to roll for Sexterity, or somebody will have to roll for Sexterity.
Right, and I'm a 4 right now, and Greg's a 4.
Right.
So good 2/3 chance. So yeah, I'd be willing to look in the pool.
Okay, go ahead and roll us a roll, Rusty. 1, 2, 3, 4 success, 5 or 6 your shift.
Okay. A 1.
A 1. Rusty, Sexterity drops by 1. He is successful looking in the pool, but he also then takes his level of 2 hit points of damage.
-1.
-1 hit point of damage. Wow, Rusty's going to be the guy we're going to want to make rolls as level 2.
That's what I thought.
It's sad. It's sad. All right. When you look in the pool, you see an image of a monster looking back. I need to get a reveal here. Come on, reveal that works. And did you see where that tiny little middle of the map opened up, Rusty?
Next to another shiny pool.
Yes. You look in one shiny pool, and you see looking back down on you the Toad Lord. Now, the Toad Lord is aware that you're here, and he sort of, he mocks you. He probably, like a Jabba the Hutt, makes some sort of noise as he threatens back. And that is eventually where we're going to reach, and we're going to try to dispel that demon out of this happy fey garden. And I will shift the die from Rusty over to Tony. Tony, where would you like to move to next, or do you think you want to talk more to the elephants?
I think we want to move. Let's go down this way.
Do you have control of the party? Ah, super, okay.
Yes.
And a little bit further, please.
Okay, well, up along there, I guess. Because the green is...
The green is like a hedge that's,
okay.
that you accidentally brush against it, and it's not just nettles. It seems like it has more of an acidic quality now caused by the demon. So don't bump the hedges is what I'm saying.
Okay. We won't grab out the chainsaw and just cut our way through.
It's corgis.
Oh, nice. Cute little dogs. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so we're attacked by the wargs.
Wargs? Those are corgis.
All right, we're attacked by the corgi wargs. And we go to mob setup. So roll me a d6. This has changed just a little bit.
Okay.
There's more chances of battle by the numbers because I wanted
2.
more chances of death.
2's probably not good.
2 is probably not good. If you want to throw your luck into it, you can make it a 3. But otherwise, a 2 is all mobs are placed adjacent to the characters. For co-op, groups with the main threat present continue with battle by the numbers. So do you want us to have a D6 plus 6 wargs next to us? Or do you want to, which I'm just going to treat as non-humans for the moment, or did you want to push this to a 3 with your luck so that they appear in the just a little bit away from us?
I will throw my luck into that to push them a little bit further away. Now,
when you do that as well, there's a new modifier that has appeared since last week, and it says, for co-op groups, should all failed dexterity roll continue with battle by the numbers. Should all fail. So we need at least one successful dexterity roll there, Tony. But every time we're rolling dexterity, we're getting nickel and dime by damage. So is it worth it, or do you just want to fight these wargs right next to us to start with?
I would say let's fight them right next to us then.
Okay, give me a D6 plus 6 then.
What was the deal with that? Now, if he uses his luck, he has to make a roll.
No, if he uses his luck, I'll see if I can cut and paste this table out. Mob setup. It's on page 16 of the rules I passed you, but here it is, Greg, and it says on a 2, all mobs are placed adjacent to the characters, and on a 3, all mobs start closer in the 3rd row. But for co-op groups, should all players fail a dexterity roll, continue with battle by the numbers. That would both be bad. By being battle by the numbers means the first person to act is in panic, the second person is stunned, the third person is manhandled, the fourth person is shaken, the fifth person becomes respite, then you start rolling for random rolls. That's what by the numbers means. And so that in its own right would not be good, but to stop that, any one of us of the group, and between yourself, Rusty, Tony, and myself, we probably, at least one of us would make our dexterity roll, but by having to roll as many as 4 times, we're going to take probably 6 points of damage as a group.
Right.
So do we want to take that damage and Tony loses his luck, or do we just want to put these dogs next to us and get a fresh roll right at the start to try to beat them back?
Just fight him.
Just fight them, Greg says. Okay, give me a die 6 plus 6, Tony.
Total of 8.
Total of 8.
8 cute little corgis just running out at us, wagging their little tails.
I took that graphic from a wolf page, and now you're making me seem like I need to put more bloodthirsty animal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. All right, 8. I swamped you, Rusty. So I
Thank
apologize.
you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
I could move one more over by the dogs, but I don't want our dogs to die. Now, Tony, you have a +1 with your sword. You also have both your luck and your dirty tricks if you needed to improve this roll. Did you want to make it, or did you want to pass it off to Greg for the first roll of combat?
Oh, what the heck? I will roll it. It's fine.
I think that'd probably be best.
Yeah, that's okay. Let's see here. D6, and this is battle by the numbers. This is not to the death.
No, we're now in combat results because we're back in Tactical OSR now.
Gotcha. Okay. A 4 + 1, cat and mouse.
Cat and mouse.
Let's get down to cat and mouse. Cat and mouse. Option for you to move a hex. Well, I can't move. We're pinned in. That hex must be unoccupied.
Isn't that a 4 plus your bonuses?
4 + 1.
He hasn't put in his luck or tools or whatever.
Dirty tricks. Yeah.
Dirty tricks.
But doesn't he have +1 sword?
Yes, he rolled a 4 and he got +1 for the sword as a 5.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Hey, sadly, we're all getting a little old, Greg. I mean, it's catching up with all of us. I remember you as just out of teenage years, where man, you had that steel trap memory. But I think we're all past that moment of time. But all right, cat and mouse. We're gonna Tony, if you throw in, Conrad would want you to be considering whether or not this should be scheme, which has a lot of ugly things, but does not have the evil flair that cat and mouse has. Or if you throw both in, you're going to bump this all the way up to fluke. Now, fluke is nice, but let's assume we're going to have more than one battle along the way.
No, I kind of like cat and mouse because it'll eventually give us fury.
Fury.
Scheme
I agree.
Won't, so
okay, so let's go through it. You cannot move, and you're going to slay one monster. Pick one.
Theoretically, I could go to the escape route. So I could escape.
Yes, you could. You could leave the battle. Yes.
I'll wait on that. I'll wait.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'll slay one enemy. Let's kill one of the ones that's on Rusty. How about that one right there?
That's a good one. Okay. And how about if we do not take magical action or opportunity knocks? Yep. That includes all gambits. You may, however, hoard sorcery, working up to an enhanced gambit. Give me a D6 and add to your level. You are now 3 plus 4 is a 7. So anytime you do your fear, Tony, which keeps them from attacking, you would be successful in stopping them for a turn. And move all the monsters 1 space. They don't need to move. Count the damage delivered by all the monsters on the hex grid. Each adjacent monster does a single point. That would be 7. And safeguard requires any armor, helm, or shield of suitable rating. You have a shield of suitable rating. And so does all of us. So none of this damage is actually taken by us because we have the safeguard of a shield. If the character has self-doubts, do you have self-doubts, Tony?
I do have self-doubts.
Okay, we have 1 person with self-doubts, so that's going to be a total of 3 points of damage. You're level 3, and you can absorb that with your armor protection because you haven't used it yet, so that's 2 points. Did you want to kill our war dog so you don't take 2 points of damage?
And I will take the damage on that.
Please say no. Now,
The dog already.
if we wish to roll for cantrips, I added this now into the tables to make it more abundantly clear. You can roll any of your cantrips. How many cantrips do you have, Tony?
I have 1. I have catnap. So
You have catnap. What number is that?
It's a 3.
It's a 3. It's a 3 dash. Okay, so
It's a level 3. Oh, sorry, the number. It's a 3/5 at level
3/5.
rank.
So when I look at cantrips in combat, 3/5, 3/5 would be you can replace your dirty tricks or luck by activating that cantrip. However, by doing so, you also then roll spell ebb, which could have its own negative effects, but also could make the rank of your cantrip drop to where it's eventually unusable in the game. You follow?
Yes, so I have all my aces. So
You
I
have
will
all your
not,
aces, so you don't
yeah.
you have to need to use it at the moment.
Yeah.
Understood. So let's go back into this, and we were at
Option to slay a war dog. No, that's not going to happen. Roll any stat agility to lower the damage delivered by a d6. In co-op play, all other characters may optionally attempt this action. However, failure.
Unfortunately, because of the
specific
conditions of the irradiated, until we can eliminate that somehow, until we get somebody who's got a 2/5, we are going to be taking damage whenever we try to roll these extra stats. So we may all want to pass on it.
So I will not roll anything to reduce my damage down.
Seems like you're gonna suffer 2 points of damage.
Yep, I am. I'll take those 2.
Okay.
We add an evil flare, of course.
Big and little.
Big and little tells me it's a 1/4, huh? And
1/4. Gosh, we love 1/4. We've had it in so many different games. How about if we add a Baroque flare where everything about the hedge is now starting to form a topiary and taunting us? And if I look up the evil flare of 4...
Flare hinders the gambit lightning, reducing your effective level by 1 for the remainder of the adventure.
Are we glad we talked Rusty out of saying one of its vulnerabilities was lightning? Although he read his mind, he was thinking lightning, and so that's why the hedges turned Baroque. Not a straight line in sight. In combat, the party may not gain the footing advantage for the remainder of the adventure. I'm making a note of that. No footing.
That always seems to happen.
And I close that up, and we go back to you rolled your evil flare. Any character in a surrounding X. Oh, we also then have to. This is another thing we haven't really been enforcing, but we should do. You rolled a 1/4.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone in 1/4? No, 1/4's out here. So, and there's nobody in 1/4 around 1/4, so nobody's going to take a damage from the change of the environment. We gain the fury +1. And if the party has slain more than half the starting enemies, we gain a tactical advantage. We have not. Yeah. I move on to Greg. Greg, you are rolling a d6, adding 1 for your sword and adding 1 for the fury.
So we got a 6.
6. Now, 6 is going to be a scheme. If you throw your luck or dirty tricks into it, it becomes a fluke. And with the fluke, you also get the option to gaining an immediate advantage and then applying it in play. But up to you. A scheme is not bad.
That has not worked out too well for us recently. The fluke, or rolling for getting an advantage.
Sure.
So I'll just go down scheme. So option to move a hex. I believe I'm not going to move a hex. Slay 1 non-human, demi-human. So let's get rid of. Where am I? I'm over here. Let's just get rid of this one here.
He's off.
All right. And then roll stat perception. Yay, to slay one more human. That's mandatory, right? And then the rest of them is optional?
No, they're all in essence optional if you're going to suffer harm from it. What the rolling stat perception for you as the player who generated the result is you don't have a failure cause a d6 damage, Greg.
Okay.
So it's up to you if you want to roll perception to try to kill one more. We may be in a slow kill mode here just because every time we try to kill something, we're going to take our level in damage.
In my case, 2 damage. Yeah, I guess we'll skip that then.
It's up to you.
Yeah, we'll skip that. Roll cantrips as desired to enhance abilities, reduce damage suffered. I don't have any cantrips. Take a roll glory. All right.
Glory's nice.
Okay. I suppose it can be 1 or less. Restore luck or restore any magic item weakened by wear and tear. I don't think we have any of that right now, and I already have my luck. Is anybody missing their luck?
No. If you added your luck, you could bring it to gain an XP and restore your poultice, but that's up to you. You don't have your poultice to lose, though, but it is 10 points of damage that sort of sits around on the ground that we can take off after the battle, and that could allow us to roll some other rolls.
Yeah, I'm going to add my luck to get to that.
Okay, let me take your luck off and give you, for the moment, a double poultice that we have laying around. You cannot carry double poultice away from the event, but at the instance of the event, you can accumulate this stuff to help you later. So, exercise opportunity knocks, or take a roll of your gambit. Now, your gambit, Greg, is a bash, and you are level 2. You could pick a guy next to you, and it's actually for the whole party. You could pick a person anywhere next to us, and on a roll of 1 or 2, knock them away. The other thing you do is you could hoard sorcery like Tony did and increase your level equivalent. Or also you can also release the dogs, and by releasing the dogs, we might actually gain an advantage or kill something here. It's a separate table.
I'm definitely going to release the dogs. We have not gotten a chance to do that yet.
Okay, how about if we release the dogs? So I'm going to go to that table, release the dogs, and roll me a d6, please. This is on 35 of the manual if you're following along.
Don't have the manual open right now.
That's okay, I got it.
D6. Okay, it's 4.
A 4 bites. Kill a non-human that's adjacent to the party. Use the pack again as allowed or desired. The pack remains in battle to be used as a soak-off of 5 points of damage. So the dogs have killed one opponent next to us. And we move to wear and tear and black arts.
Okay, so wear and tear. No, I don't. Okay, so 3 on wear and tear.
Let's drop a bonus of weapon. This will only occur this will only recover after the battle concludes. And you do have a magic weapon, but for the moment you don't.
Okay. And black arts. Flipping back and forth a lot, sorry. So that's a 3.
Okay. And a 3 on black arts. Party may not roll for glory for the remainder of the battle. Happens again in the same battle. Treat as result 7. If you added your luck here, we'd lose all aces, but I don't think you have your luck anymore at the moment. Okay. So we're not going to have no glory for the rest of this battle. Well, that's sad. All right. And that is Greg's action. Comes over to me. I roll a d6. I had 1 for the fury. I had 1 for my sword. It's taking a while. It says it is rolling the dice. A 6. A 6 plus 2 is an 8. Heroics. I would rather have the 7. Heroics. Make a mandatory move. I'm charging. I'm going crazy. Slay 1. Non-human. How about if I slay this one? Because we don't want to have a bad roll, kill our dogs. Do not take opportunity knocks. However, you may roll to hoard sorcery. Sure. It's free. A 2, which means my equivalent would be level 5 for the battle. I'll roll for wear and tear, and roll Dexterity to gain the fury. Let's roll the wear and tear first. A 4. I think that's a bad one. I think I feel sad. Wear and tear of a 4. Drop a point of helm. So I'm going to take a point of damage, but since I have a magical shield, I do not take that point of damage. This is saying that if the helmet is not magical, suffer a single point of damage, no safeguard, no protections. Oh, I take a point of damage no matter what. I can't pretend I'm not hurt by that. Should this occur to the same character twice, the bonus will only recover after the adventure concludes. Well, that's not going to matter. And coming back, I got a roll stats dexterity to give us the Fury Pip. What is my dexterity? It's a 2. Not likely that I'm going to make that. And
I'm confident you will.
And I'm going to take 2 points of damage by trying. All right, I'm going to try for Rusty. Here you go, Rusty. Just for you. A 6. Well, you don't need to laugh at me when I miss that badly.
You missed pretty badly.
I go to 3. I take 2 points of damage. I go, gee, thanks, but I know I'm taking damage that Greg's already got extra poultice ready to cure me with. And I think restore any ace? Yeah, restore any ace. Anyone else wishes to roll dexterity to gain the fury. It's up to you. But your failure would be wear and tear. I would say avoid it. But Rusty, did you want to roll a dexterity?
What, to gain a fury?
Yep.
Let's see. I'm a 3. Greg's a 4.
He would also take damage for.
Yeah, we take damage for making the rolls because of the irradiated underworld that we're in.
Yeah, but I only take one damage.
So. He takes 1 damage, and we're going to heal 10 after the battle, no matter what.
Right, and then I have to suffer wear and tear
if you fail.
If I fail, so I think it's a 50-50 for me. Greg would be a little bit better chance. I'll do the 50-50.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Oh, just missed. Okay, wear and tear.
Rusty takes 1 point of damage. Roll for your wear and tear, Rusty.
A 5.
A 5 on wear and tear. If I can open these up, I need to just leave them open. Or here comes my wear and tear of 5. It says drop a protection step of armor. You don't have a protection step of armor.
So I take another hit point. Okay.
And we come over to anyone else. Tony, did you want to roll dexterity?
I do not.
And Greg, did you want to try to roll his dexterity?
You're a 4.
Nope. Yeah.
Okay. And restore any ace. I'm going to give Greg back his ace.
All right. See, that's better.
In co-op play, the ace may be granted another place if you have all 3, and I do have all 3. And we move on to Rusty. Rusty, we are still rolling D6 +1 for your sword. Would you please roll me a D6?
Did you not
there's
gain
my one.
fury in the what's it called? Did you not gain fury in the for heroics?
It's roll stats
you have to
dexterity.
Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
So I'm a 3.
Rusty is a good old 3. That's shaken.
Yeah.
Read it off, Rusty.
Let's see.
You might want to think about adding in either your luck or your dirty tricks.
Well, let's see. First, we move all roll stat perception to gain fury. My stat at the end. Let's see. My stat perception is pretty crappy at a 2. If I go respite, then I gain an XP at the very end. Or let's see.
If you kill no one.
If I kill let's see. If no enemy die from your action during this respite, gain an XP, and I think I automatically kill somebody. Neither you nor I roll catnip's desired enhance. Slay one adjacent. Yeah, there is an adjacent, so I would not benefit on that.
A lot of people next to us.
Yeah, so I would have to do that. So the shaken, I think I'll keep my shaken for the time being.
All right, let's just look at it. So all monsters move. There's only 4 monsters. Count the damage delivered. It is going to be 4 points.
But we have our magical shields.
We do. The total now the safeguard is armor and shield. We don't have both armor and shield. All we have is shield. So you're going to reduce that 4, Rusty, to 3. Are you chaotic? How many chaotics do we have in the party? We got 2.
Chaotic.
2
Yeah,
chaotics. So with 2 chaotics, we're going to have a total of 2 from Greg and 3 from Tony, another 5 points of damage. So that brings us up to 8. And 1 monster, a war dog, slays that 1 companion. Monsters adjacent. No monsters are adjacent to the war dog, which is good. Rusty, you have any cantrips?
No.
Okay. Someone must suffer now 8 points of damage. Now, Rusty, you have a total of 20 points of damage, but by taking 8 more, you will drop down below half. So we can distribute this damage amongst the group, and by doing so, we can each take a point off for our armor. So, Rusty, I'll take 2 points of that 8. And Tony will take 2 points, which is equivalent of 1, and Greg takes 2 points is equivalent of 1, and then Rusty, you would take 2 points of damage.
All right.
And we move to the next box. Slay 1 adjacent non-human. Which one do you want to kill, Rusty?
Oh, let's see. We'll take the corgi in 1/1.
He's gone. And do not move. You may, however, release the dogs. Why don't you release the dogs, Rusty?
Sure.
Give me a dice 6.
4.
4. Kills a non-human. And the pack remains.
Okay. Get rid of 1, 2 then. Or that one's fine.
And we have suffer wear and tear. Roll me a d6, Rusty.
A 2.
A 2 under wear and tear is going to be you gain a flaw. Pick 1 more flaw and an XP. A flaw and an XP, Rusty.
Well, that's a flaw. So I have to pick a flaw, huh?
Pick a flaw, 1 of the 6. Yep.
I think I'll pick. There's a lot of us that are annoying.
No, I can't count Conrad. Conrad is not even in the game.
Oh,
yet.
That's right. Well, I'll pick annoying.
And Rusty is now annoying. And we're going to go to roll a stat perception to gain the fury. Did you wish to roll stat perception to gain the fury?
Sure. If I fail, I'll go down to 1. So I'll try. It's only 1 point of damage if I fail. Oh, no, just doing it is 1 point of damage, right?
For you, yes, you're going to take your damage.
And I, again, missed by 1. So I go up to a 3 then.
He goes
With
up by
my
3.
perception.
And then he also, he will take 1 more point of damage. And we do not get a gain of glory. Should say take a roll for glory. Did we want to? Did anyone else want to try to roll for that fury? We're doing okay, but it's up to you. Tony, you want to roll for fury with your perception or not?
Let me see. My perception is a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? I'm gonna try it. See. I will try to see if I can get us a fury pip. A 1. I've done so.
I missed. So let me make sure that I get everything for my miss. I'm going to take 2 points of damage because I missed.
And I made it, so that drops my perception down as well, right?
Yes.
That is correct. Okay. So you made the roll, Tony. So your perception is going to go to a 2, and you're going to take 2 points of damage.
3 points minus 1. Got it. Okay.
2 points of damage from the environment that we're in. And gain the fury, which is nice. We're +2 our roll. And I think that is the net sum total of everything that we've done. And so now I tried the roll as well. I took damage because I tried it. But as perception of 1, I got an XP for that, which I did I give myself. No, didn't give myself the XP yet. I got an XP for that going toward level 4. And I become a 5 on perception for failing the roll of 1. And we're going to move to it's over to Tony. Tony, go ahead.
Rusty, I think, became level 3.
Rusty became level 3. He looks like he became level 3.
Let's see, I have to roll my flaw. Let's get a 1 on the flaw and get rid of that annoying. Let's see here. Not a 6.
You can pick up.
I guess I got a sweetheart.
Well, it happens.
I mean, I'm a married man too.
Yeah, well, it's you've been fornicating with the elephants, sadly. And let's move to you picked up how many hit points for that? You're at 28 now.
Hey, real quick, are you guys getting like a constant like buzz or hum or something from my feed?
I'm not hearing anything, Greg.
No.
I've been trying to figure.
So if you got a little feedback on your own headset or headphones,
did you turn off the voice chat in the Roll20?
Yeah, that's off. It's just the blue frame around my image in Skype intermittently keeps on going on and off as if I'm transmitting something. I just don't know what.
Huh.
Nah, it's not a big deal.
Well, you sound perfectly fine. And so we move back to Tony. I think we're at with +2 for the Fury. +1 for his sword.
Yes. So I rolled a 3, which gives me a 6, which is Scheme.
Scheme. Let's run it together. Go ahead.
I was thinking maybe it's worthwhile to toss in my luck and make it a heroics.
Well, you would make it a fluke. A fluke is going to either kill one guy or you're going to get tactical advantage. There's only 2 guys left, Tony, and if you release the dogs, you might kill the last one too.
Okay, we'll do the scheme then.
The scheme. The only bad thing about the scheme is at the very end you got the black arts and the wear and tear.
Yeah.
Up to you. We are definitely going to be out of this battle soon. We got that double poultice we're going to use to take 10 of the points off. We may want to use our second poultice, but go ahead and just run the scheme.
I fear the wear and tear and black arts, though, is the problem. What the heck? We'll try it.
Well, then, go ahead. If you fear the thing, then go ahead and go right to the fluke. Unfortunately, we don't have the glory roll, which is sad.
That's all right. I'll try. Okay, option for you to move to Hex. That Hex must be unoccupied. I'll stay where I'm at. Slay 1 non-human, demi-human. Okay, I'll slay 1 on the tactical grid. We'll take 2/2. Roll stat perception to slay 1 more non-human or demi. Okay, my perception is currently a 2. I have to roll a 1 or a 2, but I'm going to take damage from doing this. A 1.
Wow, good roll, Tony.
There you go.
So Tony has made a roll of a 2 perception, which puts him at a 1 perception, means he's in XP territory again. He does take 2 points of damage from that, but he kills 1 more, which I think is going to eventually kill the last guy in the grid too, right?
Yes. Okay. And there's no rules, but I've killed everything. I don't have to finish out the...
No, but we could probably make it a house roll because it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. That there's no wear and tear, no black arts.
Yeah.
I might use the roll for glory, though, but,
but we lost our glory because of
the... that's right, yeah.
Of the situation that we had just an extra roll of black arts before took away the glory from this battle. Let's set back up for the next situation. I'm going to switch Greg over by 1 next to the dogs that I said he was going to shepherd. And let's look at our double poultice. Let's take that off and take away 10 points of damage just to start. I'm going to rip it off at Tony and Rusty just to go. And then we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to spend my poultice and take off 9 points of damage so that we can pretty much be healed as a group.
All right.
And we enter the next part. And my big die, I think, was on Tony, so I go over to Greg. Greg, we have eliminated the dogs in the corner. Before we leave that, though, whenever we finish a battle, we have to roll to see what is haunt. After any combat with wolf minions, each player must roll his character's haunt. So we're going to go down the board, and each of us is going to roll a d6. There's 1 point of damage that still can be healed by poultice if we need it. Roll Tony. Let's start with Tony. Go ahead, Tony. D6.
A 6. Is that a special table that I'm not aware of?
Yeah, it's actually in the Fantasy Nocturne book, so I'll just read the result. If the character has the liability of Sweetheart, he gets a vision of his beloved pining and dying on her deathbed, calling for her absent lover. He starts breaking things in anger. Are you liability Sweetheart, Tony?
I am not, no.
Okay, so that doesn't affect you. Greg, roll me a d6.
1.
A 1. If the character has a liability Annoying, do you have that, Greg?
No, I do not.
Have him make a mea culpa and describe actions of the party that has made him annoying. I go over to myself and I roll a d6. A 5. A 5 is going to be if the character has self-doubts. Do I have self-doubts?
No, Tony does. You don't.
I have no self-doubts. If I did have self-doubts, I would not be able to use my gambit for the rest of the adventure. And Rusty, finally with you, give me a d6, please.
Yeah, this is sad. Okay.
A lot of liabilities.
I do. A 3, and that hit enemies.
3, yes. If the character has liability enemies, those nemesis seem to arrive to fight. Set up a battle, an instant battle we re-enter with a d6 plus 6 humans. Maybe add an undead to the battle. That would be fun. Nah, we already got the penalties. No one else that has yet to take action on the haunt. So anyone else who would yet to take action. Thank you, Rusty. You couldn't roll this first? All right, so D6 plus 6 enemies, Rusty, you're coming back at us.
Sorry, everybody.
Hey, it happens. It's XP. That's the way I look at it.
Did I get an XP?
No.
No.
Oh.
No, you don't get an XP. And I have my little guy here, which is good. And now you rolled a good old 9. But where are they at? Give me a mob setup, Rusty.
No, I didn't roll a 9 for how many? That 3 was my getting the enemies.
All right, let's start with mob setup. Give me a D6.
Oh, of course, 6. Yeah.
No, a 6 on mob setup is good. All mobs start on the bottom of the map. For co-ops, it's for co-op. We're going to continue with battle by the numbers unless somebody rolls a stat of vigor. Let's start with my guy rolling vigor. I need a roll of a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. I missed it. Damn it. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to take 2 points of damage, and then I have to get somebody else rolling vigor. Who wants to roll vigor, Rusty?
I guess I'll do it.
I'll take 1 off of that because the poultice as well.
And I made it.
Rusty has made it. He goes to a 4 vigor, and he takes 2 points of damage.
1 point. Oh, no, now I'm on a 3. Yeah, 2.
Join the big boys. And we then go on to looking at the setup still. It is all mobs on the edge. And now, D6 plus 6, Tony. Rusty.
D6 plus 6.
7. All right, not bad.
1. That's a good time to roll 1.
Hey, here comes Rusty's enemies appearing on the map. These are an illusion, but we still have to fight them like they're straight up. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 non-humans running toward us. It says I should possibly put an undead in here. All right, I'll put an undead in here because we are level 3, and it's about time we start pulling our weight. So let me grab this one here. And Rusty, you are +1 with a sword, and Greg is back with a +1 sword. Would you like to roll a d6 and add 1, Rusty, for the first round of combat, or do you want to pass it to Tony?
Why? There's no advantage to passing it to Tony that I know of. So.
It's as Conrad would say, it is poulet to pass it to Tony, but.
Yeah, you can avoid the damage yourself, but,
I got a 5.
A 5. 5, would you like to read a 5 to us?
So
cat
5 is cat and mouse?
Yep.
Okay, option for you to move a hex, I won't. Slay 1 non-human anywhere in the tactical grid. Let's see. So I could take out
it says slay one non-human undead or demi-human. Anyway,
so I could take out the big guy.
You could take out the non-human, which would be good.
Let's do that.
Now, we need to probably, let me put him back in the map here. He is a -1 penalty. So, Rusty, you actually rolled a respite 4.
I actually prefer a respite because that'll give us a fury, right?
No fury.
No fury. Oh, perception.
Okay, now, do you want to throw your luck in and to make it back to cat and mouse where you kill the main guy and eliminate that death mod?
It might be worth it, Rusty.
Dirty tricks or luck, Rusty?
Okay.
It's not
throw it
that hard a
in.
decision.
Dirty tricks.
We're not going to hold you. You know, you're not entering escrow here. All right. So you're back to cat and mouse. Sorry, I gave you too many choices. Here you go. Let me pull that undead off the board here. Now, slay one non-human, and you've done so. Do not take magical action. You may, however, hoard sorcery. Roll me a d6 and add to your level for equivalent of a gambit.
So
Russ, you're a level 9 when you use your lacerate, and move all the monsters 2 if fiend threat demi-human. 1 space, they're going to move all toward us.
Okay.
Lots of action on the video. People like that. Count the damage delivered by any monsters adjacent. None. If the characters have self-doubt, how many self-doubt do we have in the group? Tony has caused us to have 3 points of damage. Slay the war dogs. Roll for cantrips. Now, roll agility, Rusty, to lower the damage by a d6. There's 3 points of damage coming your way, -1 for your shield, Rusty. There's 2 points of damage coming your way. How would you like to, do you want to roll agility or not, Rusty?
Let's see. My agility is a 4. Sure, I'll roll agility.
Okay.
Don't take 2 points of damage for rolling agility?
Yeah, but then he subtracts off a d6. No, and Rusty, it'll be 1, but...
4. I made it.
Has made the roll. He goes to an agility of 3, and you take an additional 2 points. Actually, it's going to be 3 points.
And I got rid of 6 points of damage.
And he heals 6 points of damage. There's no damage coming our way. Add an evil flare. Now, roll me a big and little, please, Rusty.
Add an evil flare. That's sad.
Yes,
okay. 4.
44. A 44 is going to hit space 44. Now space 40. If any character in the surrounding hex suffers d6 damage, is nonetheless any character suffering d6 damage. Also learns a cantrip at rank 1. Now, because that also went on 44, it does kill the 3 non-humans next to it. So the evil flare exercised in the game is going to kill 3 of the competition. That's pretty good. But the Evil Flare 44, what does it say in combat? I'm reading it off, or Tony may have it open since he has a huge monitor, I think.
Yes, in the chat there. If it helps.
Rusty, go ahead and read that.
The smallest of things are troubling. Footing is loose, broken tiles, slice hands, insects sting ankles. The region or underworld is basically unpleasant. In combat, the party may not use nor gain the slashing advantage.
Confounding. Our evil guy in the center has turned the whole place confounding. And it says in combat, we don't use slashing advantage. And also, Game Master may decide to substitute an alternate with grave result. Now, let's not substitute too much here. And we go back to the gain the fury from your cat and mouse. That's an automatic. And if the party has slain more than half, we have slain more than half. We gain a tactical advantage. Why don't you roll us a tactical advantage and kill the last 3, Rusty?
A 3.
A 3. I need to find my tactical advantages here in my rule book. I think tactical advantages is also in one of the handouts, but tactical, here it is. Tactical advantage gained. A 3 on 2 dice?
Oh, 2 dice?
Yes.
Okay. A 3 and a 1, 4.
A 4, terrain advantage. The terrain advantage prevents the enemy from delivering range damage. True monsters of the main threat will now close. Does not stop magical injury caused by evil flares. So we have the terrain advantage at the moment, so they cannot attack us from a distance. Not that they really could, as 3 enemies imagined in Rusty's mind. And we're going to move over to Tony. Tony, would you please roll me a die? Add 1 and add 1 again for your sword.
Okay. Let's see. And Rusty did not add in his.
No, I did. I added the 1
luck.
because Red forgot it was a death mod of 1.
That's
Okay.
correct. The death
So
mod's
it should
gone,
be
so we're at +3, Tony.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure. Keeping you
Yep.
honest. A 2 and becomes a 5, which is, I believe, cat and mouse again.
Cat and mouse.
We'll get another Fury.
Yes. Okay. Cat and mouse. Option to move a hex. Nope, not going to do that. I will slay 1 non-human. Take him away. Move all monsters 1 space.
Do
Count
not
the
take
damage.
opportunity mash. You can
Got it.
hoard sorcery. Go ahead and give me a die for hoarding sorcery.
For some sorcery of a 1.
So your equivalent of a 4.
Yep. Okay.
No damage is going to be delivered, but we do have
Yep.
self-doubts, and that self-doubt is going to bring a total of
2.
3. 3
Three.
minus 1 for your shield is a 2.
Yes.
2 points of damage coming your way, Tony. Did you want to make a roll of stat agility and try to eliminate a d6 damage, or did you just want to take the 2?
I'll just take the 2.
Okay.
I have no problem with that.
And we move on to evil flare time. Oh, we hate evil flares. Give me a big and little, please.
Before evil flares, I do have the option to. Don't I have the option to release the war dogs? No, I don't. Nope, sorry, I'm lying. Looking at the wrong one. Someone suffer damage. You have evil flare. Okay. Oh man, it is a 51.
A 51. What did the demon put into this battle for us? Excavated. He's taken away all the valuables and brought him back to his lair. Excavated 5-1. The place has been mined. Go ahead and read it out to us, Tony.
All right, it's placed been mined by various dwarven estates and delver companies. I hate them. But the remains were not restored, as is often the case. The amateurist archaeologist has left hazards and debris which may cover once obvious features. The party may not gain any more nor use the magical gemstones collected for the remainder of the adventure. That's okay, didn't collect any. In combat, everyone in the party drops a point of agility.
That's
Down
a terrible
goes our
one.
agility. Okay, here comes
Yeah.
Rusty went down, Conrad went down, Tony went down.
Conrad's not here. You really shouldn't penalize him.
Oh, then I should take him off. Okay, here we go. We got Rusty, Tony, Red, and Greg all dropped in agility, and the Flare rolling agility harder. So agility stats are going to be one spot harder.
All right, we will gain the Fury,
Text.
and we have slain more than half the starting enemy mobs. Gain a tactical advantage. We gain a tactical advantage of, I don't have this one open, of a 6. What's a tactical advantage of a 6?
Plus exclamation point rolls, and what is it? Well, I'm sorry. You also did.
Tactical advantage of a 6.
I don't. How did you get the tactical advantage?
Sorry, that's
If the party has slain more than half the starting
Yes.
mobs, gain a tactical advantage. We have slain half the, and your tactical advantage was 6. Let me look that up. A 6 is going to be the footing advantage, but unfortunately we cannot get the footing
can't get
advantage
it.
in this garden. The footing advantage pushes back all enemies by 1 hex, but we do not get that anymore in this garden. And next, the Fury. So now we're at +3. I'm over to Greg. Die +3.
And
Plus
if you have
also-
a sword, +4.
Also 1 for the sword. Back to cat and mouse. We are really adding those evil flares to this whole thing.
Yeah, I'm even considering, let's see, if I push it, oh, let me.
You
here.
can't. I already did.
Oh, man.
That is
Sorry.
true.
Sorry.
Yeah. It gets locked with Rusty in co-op play. The first person to apply aces is the only person who can be the second person to apply
and Red
aces.
talked me into it.
I talked you into it because it was a good strategic decision as a referee. Let's go through it together, Greg. Read me cat and mouse.
No problem. Or no need to slay one non-human or whatever. Let's slay one enemy on the board.
Got it.
Going to get to us. Do not take any magical. I might as well hoard sorcery.
Go ahead.
5. So
we get an opportunity to do that. You guys are all pretty high, and we move the monster. Count the damage. No damage, but Tony's self-doubt is going to be 3. -1 for the shield is 2 points of damage coming your way.
Okay. Option display war dog. No. Roll that agility. This is going to be harder than normal, and it's going to do 2. And then I have.
Yeah. So agility is.
Agility is pretty much hosed now for the rest of this adventure, I would think.
Did it say the rest of the adventure?
Well, it is a harder roll for the. It says flare rolling harder. Add 1 to these rolls for ordeal tests. That's for the rest of the adventure. That flare until we get rid of excavated.
That sucks.
And without a whole lot of. And without a whole lot of cantrips, our party does not have. We may want to invest some coin in cantrip one day. Go ahead, Greg. Continue to read, please, because I don't think you're going to make an agility roll.
All right, no agility roll. Someone must suffer enemy damages. That's me. I guess I take 2 points.
Okay.
Add another evil flare. Yay. 6-5.
65. Wayward. That's not a good one, as I remember.
I don't think any of them are good ones.
Go ahead and read it out, Greg.
All right.
It's in the chat.
Wayward, the region has no roads and mile markers. The group has many detours off map that truly connect rooms or passages. The highlights are as marked, but the unsaid trudge is winding and treacherous. Provisions must be rationed in combat. Add another 6 non-humans to the battle. Awesome. Roll mob setup to see where those latecomers arrive. GM may decide mobs begin as demi-humans, undead, or true monsters, depending on the party quality. Blair makes rolling passages delays harder. Add 1 to those ordeal stat tests.
If Rusty would stop thinking about the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, maybe we could get out of this battle. Here comes another 6 guys from Rusty's imagination coming through.
Should I roll for placement?
I just did with my.
He did. He rolled a 6.
Greg. And let's see. We gain the Fury, so we're at +4. And if the party has slain more than half, we get a tactical advantage. It's close.
We did. No,
it's
we
close.
did.
It's close. Give me a double D6, Greg.
Oh, it's exactly half because we started with 8, right? Or did we start with 7?
I think we started with 8. 8 + 6 is 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're not there yet. I'm going to take it away from you just to keep us honest. It comes over to me. Die +4. Oh, we should. And I had 1 for sword. Die +5. How about if I blow all the way up to a rote? Rote. Option to move a hex. Slay any monster anywhere on the grid. Let's get the guy that's close. Do not take opportunity knocks or cantrips. Release the dogs. You may, however, hoard sorcery. Well, might as well be high on that. I'm now also a 6. Roll a d6. Roll a d6 if the party fury, which is at 4, 1, 2, or 3, or 4.
Our party fury is at 5, right?
No, I got +1 for my sword. Party fury was, I think, at 4. And here comes my roll, a 2. If the party fury is over the value, it falls by 1. So yes, we now party of 3. Option to reset all 4 stats. Let me look at my stats. My stats are 4, 5, 3, and 6. No, I don't want to reset those. Those are great. And we move on to Rusty. Go ahead, Rusty, your turn. +3, +1 for your sword. D +4, please.
I got an 8.
8 puts you at heroics. Go ahead and read it out.
Let's see. Let's go down to heroics here. Okay, make a mandatory move to a different hex. All right, then I'll just move to, I'll move straight down 1. Okay. And let's see. Slay 1 non-human. The main threat may be slain, okay, but only if it's the final enemy. We probably did that one wrong before. But anyway, do not take any magical action or opportunity. Did we slay one? No.
I did. I took one off, yes.
Okay. All right. Do not
wear and tear.
Do not take any magical action or opportunity knocks, okay? That includes gambits, culprits, or you may, however, roll for hoarding, sorcery. Well, I'm already a 9. There any advantage to that? No.
Nope.
Working up to advanced gambit and later roll on tear and wear and tear. Okay, let's see.
D6.
I got a 3.
3. Drop your weapon bonus for the rest of this battle.
Okay, that's a shame. Okay, let's see. Stat dexterity to gain a fury. Let's see. My dexterity is a 4. Do we need? Yeah, we might as well do that. Okay.
Okay. When it costs you
wait
2
a minute.
points of damage.
Do we need that? Let's see. We're already plus
plus
3,
3.
plus half of us have our weapons.
Yes. Up to you.
And yeah, we'll go ahead and roll it. What the heck?
1, 2, 3, or 4, Rusty.
A 3.
Rusty drops. We're now at a +4 fury. Restore any ace, Rusty. Which ace would you like to restore?
Let's see. What am I missing?
Well, you are missing dirty tricks. I am missing poultice. Which do you think we're going to need going forward?
Probably the poultice.
Actually, I think it says in co-op play that ace may be granted to another player if you have all 3. You do not have all 3.
Oh, so then I have to
just
take
the dirty
tricks.
Yeah, that makes sense anyway. And you have picked up something from the garden plot using the stinging nettles of the trees. And we're going to go to Rusty got his roll of dexterity. Yes, so we're at +4. I go over to Tony. Tony, die +4, +1 for your sword. You're killing me.
Cat and mouse.
You're killing me.
No, cat and mouse.
It's isn't it a 6?
It's a 6.
5?
Oh, we're +5. Okay.
Yeah, let's keep away from the evil flare.
Yeah.
Okay. 6. The scheme. The scheme tells me option to move a hex. No, I'll stay where I'm at. Slay 1 non-human. Okay, I take
He's
them
off.
Roll stat perception to slay 1 more. With my perception is a 1.
Hey,
Well,
it's XP time.
That would be
Yeah.
an experience point. You should probably try and take that.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, I failed, so it goes up to 4.
5.
5. Okay.
5.
And
Yep.
you get an XP.
I gain an XP. Okay, put me up to 9 total. Gotcha. But I'm going to take 2 extra points for
You're gonna take 2
rolling
points
that
of
stat
damage.
test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just going to mark that down. Where am I at? I was on the scheme, right? Okay.
Take a roll for glory. I think we're getting glory back this thing.
Cantrip says, okay, do I want to roll cantrips? No,
You
do
can
not.
roll hat trips.
I don't want to. I will roll a glory. Okay. The glory of a 3. I don't have that out. Let's see here.
I got it here. Glory of 3 is restore dirty tricks and gain +1 on all rolls of opportunity knocks for the remainder of this battle. Or you can gain an XP by throwing in your luck. You'll gain an XP and also get that luck back.
I will do so.
Okay, so
but you might want the +1 on your opportunity knocks, which is number 6. But
we could also you could get that +1 on opportunity knocks, but
you would lose that if you put your luck into it, I assume.
But if he puts
And I get the XP though.
I'm not sure totally what we're discussing here, but let me go back to this, Rusty. So he rolled a 3, which would give him dirty tricks. If he and it also would give a bonus to opportunity knocks. If he decides to throw his luck into it, he restores all his aces. That means he gets his ace back and he gains an XP and those 2 extra aces of poultice and dirty tricks. I'll grab his poultice one. So Tony uses luck.
But he doesn't get
back.
the +1 for opportunity.
That's
knocks,
correct.
My point.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that he would get an XP. So
Yes.
Important stuff. I get the XP.
The XP is pretty important. And we move on to exercise opportunity knocks. Or you may Use your gambit here, Tony. Your gambit is a fear. You could keep them from
Fear.
moving. Up to you.
Nah, it's fine. They have nice and far.
Would you like to use your opportunity knocks
I've
then?
never used my fear. What the heck? I'm going to use my fear. I've never done it before.
Opportunity knocks is not terrible. There's a chance that you can gain cantrips from that.
It's terrible when I roll it.
You can also release the dogs.
Are gambits one time an adventure?
No, the gambits you can use every time you can use a gambit. You can use them continuously as you get higher level. A gambit of fear, Tony, you would roll.
I'm a 4 right now.
You're a 4. Roll me a 1, 2, 3, or 4 to keep Guy and 1, 6 from attacking and causing damage next round.
I have succeeded.
And roll for 2, 6. Same number, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Nope, and there it ends. So those other 3 guys are still coming at us, but the guy in 1, 6 is afraid. Let's roll Wear and Tear and Black Arts, though. Those are the fun ones.
Oh, yes. Lovely. Do you have
Wear and Tear
here? Where do you have? Where is it under? Is it on? No,
Wear and Tear is the endgame plus events or the main book.
Game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I want to be able to look at my how I'm being punished. No, it's not. It's not a loot and endgame. You're wrong on that.
Endgame plus events.
Oh yeah. Endgame.
It's a handout. Let me.
I'm looking. I'm looking at it. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Now, did you get it then?
Oh yeah, now there it is. Okay.
Oh, sorry about that.
We're not sharing that one before.
No,
okay.
I wish they would automatically share and I could take them away, but that's not typically what D&Ders do.
All right, Wear and Tear.
Those D&D kids. All right, give me a D6 on Wear and Tear, Tony.
Of a 6. The 6 says, drop a protection on my shield. This will only cover after the battle. If your shield is not magical, okay, so there it goes.
Rusty has lost his sword for the moment. Tony has lost his shield for the battle, and now Black Arts, Tony. Same table, up at the top.
A 5 of Black Arts tell me.
Def mod -1.
Oh, sorry, guys.
And so
that's all right. We've got +5, or some of us have +5.
We have
have
4, and then -1, and then add the sword. Let's flip over to Greg. Greg, you are rolling a D6, subtracting 1, adding 5. A 5.
A 10.
A net of 4 is 10. I believe you got into rote category.
Yeah. I will stay where I am. We can slay a monster. That one of the closer ones, obviously.
Got it.
Do not take any magical action, etc., etc. I'm already ported. Okay. Roll D6. So this is for the Party Fury, which is we're currently at 5.
Yeah. So we're currently at +4. So on a roll of 1, 2, 3, or 4, it drops. If the Party Fury is over the value, I guess on a roll of a 4, it doesn't drop either. So
okay, then I rolled a 4. So.
Yeah. So a roll of a 4 is not over. I should say the Fury is not over your value, so it stays at 4. And then you have the option to reset your stats, Greg. Greg, you're a 4, 2, 4, 3. I don't know. Could be good to reset them.
So, no, I'm not going to reset them.
Okay. Go on to me. Here goes my die. And a 5. A 5 plus 4, -1 plus 1. I'm also at rote. I'm going to kill a guy. And I am going to I got to roll to see if the Fury drops. A roll of a 1, our Fury drops to 3. Sorry about that. Option to reset stats. I believe my stats are good. I've done this before. Rusty, take a die and add 3 -1. Take a die and add 2, please. A 6.
A 6. So that's a scheme, right?
Yep.
Yes. Option to move 1 hex. I'll go back. Let's see, because I had to move 1 up.
Yep.
Let's see, slay 1 non-human. Okay.
Just took him off.
There's only 1 guy left, right? Okay. And roll stat perception to slay 1 more.
And
let's
that
see,
would
what's
be the
my
end of it.
perception? My perception is a 3. Okay. I take 2 points of damage for doing that. Let's see.
Did you miss that roll? Is that the 4?
No, I haven't rolled it yet. I'm still deciding if I want to. Let's see. Roll stat to slay 1 more. Is that optional? No, it's optional for other characters. It's required.
No. it's this roll stat perception. It's an optional roll for everyone.
Oh, okay.
If you decide you don't want to use it, what happens is for the person who has this event, he doesn't risk extra damage by saying I would like to join in as well in co-op play. So do you wish to roll stat perception to slay a non-human since it is causing you damage to do so?
I think not. And then roll cat trips. I don't have.
You could end it
any.
here, and then we won't have to worry about the black arts and the wear and tear.
Oh, is that true? I wouldn't have to do wear and tear and black arts, but I also wouldn't get my glory roll. Okay,
that is correct.
All right, so I'm looking for what, a 3?
1, 2, or 3.
6.
Okay, that guy is not dead, but you have become a 4 on perception, and we move on to take a roll for glory. Go ahead and take your roll for glory.
Oh, Jesus, not another 1.
A 1, restore your luck.
Is it?
Yeah,
I thought 1 was terrible. Okay.
1, restore luck.
You could get your magic item
restore a
weakened.
magic item weakened by wear and tear. You're going to come back after the bout with your sword. Do you want it back here now anyway, or did you want your luck, Rusty? Well,
I already have my luck.
So why don't we restore your sword back to working condition?
Sword. Yeah.
In time to roll wear and tear and watch it go down again. Go ahead. Give me a die.
That's always a possibility. All right, let's see.
Wait, we can release the dogs. If you release the dog, it kills one dog, or you do have your lacerate only works 2 hexes away, correct?
Right. Oh, I have to
so
be
you
in
can't
too.
reach him from lacerate. Why don't you release the dogs and see if you can kill this last guy?
All right, let's see. Release the dogs.
D6. 2. That's probably not good enough.
Probably not.
Circling the animals will not be truly effective. The pack remains in battle to be used as a soak-off, but no further rolls may be made on this table. They're just tired.
All right.
And wear and tear and black arts then, Rusty.
Wear and tear. A 6. That's not good.
A 6 on wear and tear? That's like your helm. No, that's your shield. Your shield is temporarily injured. And roll your black arts.
All right, black arts. 1.
A 1. Now that one's not going to be any good. You gain an XP. Add an ordeal right in the confusion of battle. A barricade must be crossed, a door opened, etc. Would you please give me a big and little, Rusty?
52.
52. Disarm, or I should say discern deceit and trickery from pleasant folks. So there's an elephant that shows up, but unfortunately it's not a real elephant. It's an illusionary one that we think is a friend, but he's not a friend. It is stat perception. Who makes the roll, Rusty?
Stat perception. So I'm a 4. Red and Tony are 5s. So we'll make Red roll it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A 2.
7. No, I rolled a 2, so I make my roll. I drop. And as I drop, I know the elephant is an evil guy, so I dispel him. But I take a total of 2 points of damage from that, -1 from my shield. And that was, did you realize when you picked me that Tony didn't have his shield, Rusty? Smart play. Just say yes.
Yes.
And we're going to go on to the next roll. We're over to Tony. Tony, please give me you're a +3. Plus your sword minus their minus Teflon.
How about a total of +3?
Tony, you don't have your sword no, yes, you do have your sword.
No, I do.
Sorry
So
about
2 + 3.
Wait. There's nobody left. No, there's one guy left.
Yeah,
Where's
one
he
left.
hiding?
2, 3 is a 5. Another cat and mouse.
Well, that's all right. You'll just
Okay,
kill. You'll
slay-
just kill the one guy, and then
I'll
it's
slay him.
I'll end it.
Yeah, I'll slay and I'm done.
If it's done before we get to the evil flare, then that's...
It is. It is done before we get to the evil flare. And I will close that up and go back over here. We can roll some loot for the monsters that showed up, both the fact that we killed the dogs ahead of time. There might be stuff from the carcasses that we get. And let us roll for general loot. Give me a D6 for ending this battle. Was it Tony or Rusty? Tony, I think.
Tony.
Was it? Tony, give me a D6.
Simple, is that simple loot that I'm rolling?
Yep, simple loot.
Okay.
Can we ask Pax
Nice,
why
a 6.
there's no
Base
bodies in all of
6 tells me
Find
a
gemstones worth of gold. There, Crush. We could release and we could add cantrips, but unfortunately, I don't think we can do that. No cantrips for
No, we
gems.
cannot.
Find gemstones worth of gold Imperium, and each party member could be crushing these, but no, we won't worry about that. A gold Imperium, that's good. That definitely pays the bar tab. And we're going to go on to, let me get rid of that. We also have those heal potions if we should need them. We are probably at a point where somebody should use poultice. I will use my poultice. Let's kill another 10. Let's take 4 off of Tony. And 2 off of Greg. And Rusty, I'm going to take 2 off of you to fully heal you. And I'm going to take 2 off of me. When did I become so magnanimous? All right. We are almost fully healed as a party. And I'm going to go back over to here. A little less than an hour to play, and
my shield comes back right now.
Yes. Yes.
By the way, Red, we had 1 left over from the previous thing, and the action where we had the mythical things was actually an extension of that one.
Yes,
battle.
I actually had the first damage point I took. I subtracted it from mine, so I would not forget it. But thank you. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Rusty, I
was trying to get rid of all your hit points.
I know. It's
all your hits.
I enjoy my hit points too much. All right, so the party is going to move and start to realize that we're moving through a maze of hedges. And as we move through a maze of hedges, we're going to eventually get to a point where we're going to end up accidentally touching the hedges, and that's going to attract monsters. But for the moment, it's up to me. I go to Rusty. Oh, I'm sorry. It would be Greg. Tony was the last one to move the party. Where would you like to move the party on the hedges that I just showed everyone?
So we'll start heading this way.
Mm-hmm.
Then, let's see. Most convoluted path to the center.
I would say stay on the outside, because if you go inside, you're going to, where he left it black, it's probably 2 more encounters.
Could be encounters here.
It's a maze. There's probably going to be.
You're also looking for the other wildlife fae to help us with these encounters. Just to let you know. Where to, Greg?
However, I moved us down, just south.
Scorpius.
Those are good.
Yeah.
And the scorpions. Okay,
Scorpions.
I'm just gonna add 1 scorpion. It's gonna be 1 big monster. Comes at us. And where is that big monster? Give me a D6, Greg.
Roll a 6.
6.
6. It's gonna be on the bottom of the map, but we still have to make a roll to find out if we have to do damage by numbers, and that's not a good thing. So let me look at the mob setup, and a 6 means somebody has to make a vigor roll to keep us from doing damage by numbers. I think it's me, Greg. Who would you like to do the vigor roll?
Yeah, because he's a 6.
Yeah.
All right. I have made my 6, which means I start over as a 3. And I take 2 points of damage since I am level 3. That said, we're going to go into battle here with this guy at the bottom of the map here in 2-6. And the first roll that we make will be your roll, Greg. Go ahead, give me a D6 plus 1, -2 for the scorpion being a true monster. So it's going to be a 7 down to a 5. Now, if we look at a 5, does a 5 actually kill a true monster?
Cat and mouse again. Look, I've got to add.
Well, let's read the first thing.
It does. It says
it slays
non-human, undead, demi-human.
Yeah, but it says true monsters in the main threat are unharmed. So that won't even kill this thing, and you're going to have to deal with all of the other ugly things. Did you want to make it a scheme, Greg?
I'm definitely going to add my luck to make it a scheme.
Okay, so you make it a scheme, and when you make it a scheme, let me take your luck off, Greg. You can also take dirty tricks off, which is less useful than luck, Greg.
Yeah, okay, dirty tricks. I didn't know Dirty Trick was available.
Yeah, Dirty Tricks and Luck are the two you can use in combat. Luck you can use almost anywhere on a roll. Dirty Tricks, only certain things like Opportunity Knocks, I believe you can use Dirty Tricks to modify. But the scheme, one of the first things is you slay a true monster anywhere in the grid, and that's where we're going to end it. So in comes the Scorpion, and out goes the Scorpion. And I move over to, we're going to skip me. And after we skip me, we go to Rusty. Rusty, your favorite thing in the world. You're going to move the party.
Should we be worried that there's a whole pile of scorpions down here now?
Well, if I decide to treat them only as demi-humans to add more to the map, I would need more. Otherwise, I do not use the number as an example, Greg. Since I'm treating them now as true monsters, we have the levels. You're really only going to see one as.
Well, if I wanted to get to the toad, I would backtrack, but I don't. I'm going to look for allies, I guess. So
okay,
not necessarily. It's a maze. The path to the center is going to be the most convoluted way.
Okay, so a sword and an anvil we found. Let me read that. The sword and the anvil. Okay, so what do you want to do with the sword and the anvil, Rusty?
What do I want to do with the sword and the anvil? I want to improve my sword up to +2.
Well, no, I mean, don't. It's not a wishing anvil, but I mean, how do you want to interact with the anvil? Try to grab the sword if you wish. It could be a stat roll.
Let's see, sword and anvil. Sure, I'll try and grab the.
You're gonna try to pull it out.
It's sticking in the anvil.
Yes. There's an anvil. There's a sword.
Let's see.
Sword
That
is
would
stuck right in the middle of the anvil.
That would probably be a Sexteria type of roll, as would be my guess. So pretty much everybody is the same, but Greg. So yeah, I'll try and pull it out. Who knows?
Okay. Attempting to pull the sword will be futile. Anyone who tries should roll a die. Give me a D6, Rusty.
Okay, got it. 1.
A 1. You failed. It's not a stat roll, so you didn't take damage. I'm going to move over to Tony. Tony, there's a sword in the anvil.
Well, I am the true king, so I will try to pull that out. A 3.
Give me a D6 roll.
A 3.
A 3?
Yep.
Let me look at your stats. You do have a equivalent stat of agility of only a 2. But you're not really making stat rolls here, or you would be taking damage. It does not come out. Greg, what would you like to do with the sword and the anvil?
I'll also try to draw the sword.
Okay. Give me a D6 roll, please.
1, so I'm guessing I fail also.
A 1. 1 is normally a great roll.
Normally, but it wasn't good for me.
Let me think. A 1. Well, Greg, you're chaotic, though, Greg.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't come out for you. Back to Rusty. Rusty, what do you want to do?
Abandon it. Let's go on.
Okay, go ahead and move yourself down the path someplace else, Greg. Rusty. Okay. I got to get back my reveal area. And we have to fight one set of the dogs. I'm going to only put 6 dogs on the yeah, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put 1 dog, and it'll be extra big. It'll be like a true monster as well. And it will appear. Here comes the area it appears in, a 4. It's going to appear in on this side of the grid. And we will start with who was the one that moved this? Was it Greg?
Rusty moved.
Rusty, give me a D6 roll for combat. A 2. Okay, now you're subtracting 2 for the monster. You're adding 1 for the sword. So,
I got a 1.
You got a 1. A 1 is not a good roll in combat.
I understand. So I was stunned.
You're stunned. Yes.
Gain an XP.
Stun will not. Yes, gain an XP or remove a liability. Which would you like to do?
I don't have any liabilities.
You
right?
sure do. You have annoying and enemies.
Oh, that.
And sweetheart.
Those. Oh, yes. Yes. Let's get rid of. Let's see. Let's get rid of enemies.
Enemies be gone for Rusty. And slay 1 non-human anywhere in the grid. This is not a
Doesn't
non-human.
matter. Okay. Do not move nor take magical action. Okay. Includes gambits. You may, however, release the dogs if you have companion war dogs. I don't think.
Now
they're not going to have effect on
true monsters. That is correct. So they're all they're going to do is they're going to sit back as long as I'm making these true monsters. So no attack from the dogs, and continue down the table.
Count the damage delivered by monsters all across the hex grid. Non-humans deliver 1 damage point. Demi-humans, true monsters, and main threat cause a D6 total.
Roll a D6 damage, Rusty. A 6.
A 6, of course.
Now, how many enemies abroad do we have? Rusty just eliminated his enemies. But we have 2 others. I won't count Conrad. And so that's going to be a total of 6 more. It's 12 points of damage so far. Now, did you want to kill the war dog to knock 5 off of that, or just take
true
12?
Monsters and main threat to D6. So, okay. No.
All right.
Dogs.
You can try to roll agility, but agility is +1 to the roll, and and you're only a 2. Did you want to roll for now? You can in co-op all characters with a in agility. In co-op, all characters may optionally attempt this boost, yet the extra attempts failure would cause immediately an extra D6 damage, no safeguard, no magic reductions. So the best agility we have would be like Greg and I, but we would have to roll a 1, 2, or 3 on the die roll since we're adding 1 to it in order to take away from this 12 points of damage. Did you want to distribute the 12 points of damage throughout the group, Rusty, and we'll all take a little bit off with our shield? Or
Yes.
did you want to try to have
Distribute
somebody roll?
it.
Okay. Well, let's just put it amongst 4 people. 4 times 3, we each take 2 points of damage. I'm tempted
Thanks,
to
Rusty. I
say.
appreciate it.
I'm tempted to say I should take one off of Tony and add it to me. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll take an extra one off of Tony and add it to me. Okay, so you got to show some respect for the celebrant,
Appreciate that.
He's also our cook. And we're still very healthy in the game. We all have a heal potion as well. Rusty, continue on down. Move the monsters. I think we're up to. Go ahead and read it off to us. Number 9.
Let's see. Move all monsters 1 space, or 2 if fiend threat demi-human plus. So he moves 2.
He moves 2.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Add an evil flare. Roll big and D.
Big and little.
31.
31. Well, that's demoralizing. Demoralizing the smallest of things troubles. And there may also be signs of something truly evil. Of course, we know we're going after a demon in the middle. In combat, the party may not use nor gain the patience advantage. There's another one we don't get. And this makes ordeals with few consequences harder. And we're going to move on to, that was a total of 31. 31 is going to hit. 31 hits up here on Tony. Tony, you suffered 2 D6 of damage. Roll 2 D6 of damage,
Looks
please.
like I'm killing the party. Okay.
Yeah, that was a terrible roll, Rusty. You sort of firebombed us.
A 3 and a 2.
So
Any
Tony's gonna,
saving versus it? So
you
take
get
out 1 point?
there's no safeguards, but you do get to subtract your bonus. So that's going to only be 4 points of damage coming your way. Only.
Okay, mere 4 points. Okay, then 16. Thanks, Rusty. Appreciate it.
Oh,
And,
we are not finished. It's a D6 for everybody
A
else.
D6 for Rusty. Rusty, take a D6.
And I roll much higher than you do, Tony, when it's damage. Oh, no. So I took 1.
And Greg took 4. That's
precision evil that Rusty rolled there.
yes, the evil of the demoralizing blow
Luckily,
that came
the
our
dogs
way.
missed it.
Nonetheless, any character suffering damage learns a random cantrip of rank 1. All right, well, let's get some cantrip. Rusty, give yourself a big and little cantrip, please.
41.
41. Mark your 41, please. And a 41 of rank 1. That means you can only use it once per adventure, but it's a leap. A leap allows you to go across an inconceivable span. Here comes mine at rank 1, and mine was if I can see it, a 56. I picked up keen. I'm able to see secret doors. I'm going to go to my character sheet here and mark my keen. 56 is a 1. Rank 1. And Greg, did you get your big and little, please?
20. See.
Greg got 25.
Looks like
Any of these match ordeals that we're like endure, Greg has a greater chance of surviving depravity. A 2-5 ordeal, endure at rank 1. And Tony, you got hit as well. 62. Tony picked himself up, and a release allows the user to unlock locked gates and doors. And I don't think any of those rolls we got were ones we actually had. 1, 4, 2, 5, 3 1s, 4 4s, 5 1s, or 6 5s. But we're starting to get a little closer in our abilities here. You gotta take damage and you gotta fail in this game in order to get better. It's sort of a lesson of life we're trying to teach the youngsters here.
Well,
Since none of them are playing it, it's just a lesson of life that we're taking ourselves. And Rusty, we are back on the add evil flair. Rusty, you're going to roll wear and tear.
Oh, the 6 again.
Is that your shield? That's your shield.
Yep.
Can somebody show this guy how to use a shield, please?
He keeps throwing it down.
Keeps
He's
putting
like,
it on
it doesn't
back.
help me.
You're bending the edges too much. Go back to that anvil and fix this thing. Let's
And then
roll.
we have a black arts.
Well, it's roll stat perception or stuff for the black arts. In optional in co-op, somebody else can make that roll, or you can just suffer the black arts.
Let's see. Perception. It looks like Tony should probably roll that.
Tony, take your roll the perception, please.
I have failed.
Tony.
Tony has failed.
And
So
I will
Tony,
take 2 points for that. Thanks,
but
Rusty.
you also get that spell ebb, and you did pick up a cantrip. So
Okay.
please roll me a d6 on spell ebb.
Spell ebb. I'm going to bring that table up. What's that going to be under?
It's endgame plus events.
Okay.
Don't roll a 1.
And it is a. Let me scroll down. A 3.
Should the
Spell
last
ebb.
cantrip used or gained be rank 4? It is not. It's rank 1, right? Yes, because we just picked one up. Change it to rank 3. In combat, the character may not use or acquire an ace of luck for the remainder of the adventure.
I can't get a luck. Oh man,
Tony,
that's terrible.
luck until the end. Wow, this is a horrible game. And we're going on to we still got the black arts roll from Rusty. Rusty, please give me a black arts roll.
And we're only allowed to do that once, the roll for perception, I assume.
Let me see. It says roll stat perception or shuffle the black arts. Another player may substitute for the action. However, failure causes plus spell ebb. No, you can only do that once.
And on the cantrip we picked up, that was just automatically rank 1. It wasn't rolling for rank.
That is correct, because we picked it up because of the magic evil that was inflicted in the battle.
Got it. Okay.
There's a chance, it's not very great, but there's a chance that you can acquire things again and improve them, but it's very rare. In a big party like we have, by the time we're like level 6 and really starting to get in a groove, I figure about half the cantrips will be in the party, so half the ordeals can be eliminated by magic rather than rolls, is the way the ballistics of the game probably work out. Rusty, a 4 on your black arts. You're going to lose all your aces.
That's
Is there
not
anything
good.
else you want to inflict on the party here, Rusty?
So I could use luck to change that?
Yes, you certainly can.
And what would be a 5?
A 5. I closed it. I'm opening it again. A 5. The death mob would be -1. Lose your aces or death mob -1?
Well, that's not pleasant. All right, lose all the aces.
Okay, Rusty is going to lose his ace of luck, his ace of poultice, and his ace of dirty tricks. And we are still in combat. Did we get to the end of this?
No.
Yes, we got to the end of
this.
Yeah, so now we're going to roll. We don't have any bonus, but we are subtracting 2 for the monster. I go over to Tony. Tony, 1 die, adding 1 for your sword, -2 for the monster.
Oh my God.
Tommy was even worse than me. Oh, God.
I think that's panic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've never seen panic before, so that's good.
Panic. Well, we're not supposed to see panic. Tony, if you want to add your dirty tricks to this, you do have luck. You just can't ever regain it. You could probably bring this up by 2 to manhandled, but it's up to you. You could leave it as panic. There's nothing good about the panic. You're not going to kill the monster. It's going to deliver probably 6 points, a D6 damage. Everyone that's grizzled, of which we have 1 person, yourself grizzled, is going to take extra damage. If you are at half hit points, you're not at half hit points, you don't even get the fury, but you do gain an XP by leaving it as panic. Up to you if you want to try to use dirty tricks or luck.
You gain an XP and stunned also.
He's thinking, or he's muted.
Sorry, I was muted. So I cannot use luck because of the spell ebb.
No, you cannot regain luck.
It says in combat the character may not use or acquire ace luck for the remainder of the adventure.
Let me take away your luck then, Tony.
So it
Sorry
says
about
use.
that. Yep,
That's
you're
right.
you're
Yep.
being led of the law, which is exactly what you should do. Thank you, Tony, for your point of order, even though it hurt you. So you can
Yeah.
only put in a 1 and bring it up from panic to stunned.
Which I
Stunned
will be
only
stunned.
happens to 1. So if you're the guy that's happened to be stunned, anyone else who happens to be stunned in this battle later would be manhandled.
Okay, I will be stunned then. Well, wait a minute. Didn't Rusty get a stunned?
Stunned.
Rusty got a stunned, so
I will do that, and I will use
And
toss
you'll
up my
become
dirty
manhandled.
tricks
yeah.
and become manhandling. So,
All
but
right.
it will eliminate. Well, hopefully for everyone else, that'll eliminate the death mod. It'll be down to a 0, at least it's a roll, straight roll. So, manhandle, move all monsters 1 space or 2 if fiend threat demi-human plus. So he moves 2 spaces.
Well,
Okay, there's no reason for the monster to move. We won't punish our dogs.
because we want to flee.
He moves back and forward. Count the damage delivered. Must be adjacent. Demi-humans undead. Add to that a d6 cost by true monsters. So a die 6 for damage coming this way. 5. Great.
5 points of damage. Now we're also looking at sweethearts. We got Rusty as a sweetheart, so Rusty's going to add 3 more to that. So it's 5 plus 3 is an 8. We don't want to slay the dog. You only have, do you have 1 cantrip or 2 cantrips now, Tony?
I have 2.
There are minor advantages of adding cantrip, but let's just keep it open in case we need to add to opportunity knocks or something. Someone must suffer 8 points of damage minus their armor. Now that 8 points is not over half your damage, so you need to take that damage. So I'm going to subtract 1 for your shield, and you're going to take 7 points of damage, Tony.
Ouch! I'm down to 7. Great. Boy, this. Hurts.
I got to total of 12 on you. So you might have missed a poultice where I grabbed off the hit points, Tony.
Oh, okay. Well,
so you're at 12. You've
9.
lost 12. So you have 9
okay.
left.
All right.
Point of order, doesn't that make it more than half?
All right, let's go back and look at this again. It was going to be 7 points of damage.
So it goes from 16.
So it would be from 16. Yeah, it would cause you half damage. So the 7 points of damage can be distributed, and that helps us with our shields. So I should take 2 or 3, and Greg should take 2 or 3, right?
And I should take 2 or 3.
And
Rusty doesn't have a shield anymore.
Oh, that's right. I don't have a shield anymore.
Yeah, but Rusty's got 28 hit points.
I got 28 hit points.
20.
I could take 2 or 3.
Okay, so 7 points, Tony. Just go ahead and dish them out. How would you like to inflict this damage?
Let's do
minus 3 shields.
Yeah, minus 3 shields. So
that's 4.
Total of 4
points of damage.
Everyone's gonna end up taking 1. Yeah.
Okay. 2, 3, 4. Good point of order, Rusty. Keep the party alive. And we're going to move over to, we're at 7 hit points for me, 4 for Rusty, 6 for Tony, and 7 for Greg.
Yeah, quick question on this. You said, so for the catnap, or for the cat cantrips, I have 2. If I use my catnap, which allows the group to feel safe and rest to recuperate from a setback, could I get my dirty tricks back from that?
So the cantrips in battle is really what we need to look at.
Okay.
Now, I think, did I add a cantrips in battle? I don't know if I added a cantrips in battle action. I don't think I have one here. You'd have to go to the main rules. Let me post the table. Cantrips in battle. And I'm finding it. Cantrips in combat. And here's the table. So you have to look at them as groups of 6. So if you have a cantrip in the 1 category like I do, you activate it and add 1 to opportunity knocks. So if I get a bad opportunity knocks roll, I can add 1 to it. The disadvantage is that my cantrip might decline by that in rank. With 2 to 6s, you can change Black Arts roll. With 3-1 to 3-6, you can replace your dirty tricks or luck. Yeah, and your the celebrant can even replace his poultice with this. Now, what numbers do you have as cantrips, Tony?
I have a 3-5 and a 6-2.
So as a 3-5, you can use it any time to replace aces. The exception, of course, is in this individual endgame, you may not get your luck back. And the 6-6, you said, or 6-2? 6-2, you could activate that to move a hex or slide an enemy away a hex. That can push away the monster if we needed that. But otherwise, not as effective as blocking damage or adding back aces.
Okay. Well, then I will use my my catnap, since it's a 3, to activate that.
And what is his rank of the?
It's a rank of a 3.
It's a rank of a 3, so you can use it repeatedly. There's no limitation on it. And you're going to get your dirty tricks back, or do you want to get your poultice back?
I will grab my dirty
you already have
tricks back.
You're going to get your dirty tricks back. Absolutely. Yep. So go ahead and roll spell ebb to see what happens when you do that.
Okay.
And like before, you lost your luck for the rest of the adventure because of spell ebb. So something bad can happen from this.
Oh, spell ebb is terrible.
See the result before you actually make the decision, Tony. Go ahead. And
yes. Should the last cantrip used or gain permanent rank or be permanence rank 3, change it to rank 2. In combat, the character may not use or acquire ace pool test for the remainder of the adventure. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Forget doing that, because that would cancel
a lot of stuff for you. Okay?
Yeah, this is awful.
Well, yes, they're not pleasant if that's what you're saying in combat. They are. Okay. So it's more of a trick of last resort.
Yep. The one other question I'd have, In my regular OSR Hex Crawl, I have a rank 3 enhance, which is gain fury to the death. But this is in the numbers, so I couldn't actually use that to get an actual fury, could I?
Now, what happens with spells in the end game is there's actually a table of what spells do in the end game. What is the spell that you have again?
Enhance.
Enhance. Conversion to Fanatsy OSR, an enhanced spell. An enhanced spell works exactly to add the fury anytime you would like. So you can use your enhanced spell right now to gain the fury. Does your enhanced spell have any limitation that it doesn't work against true monsters? What rank is it?
It is a rank of 3, so it should be okay.
Okay, so yeah, if you wish to activate that, you could have we could sort of move ourselves out of manhandled up to shaken. I'm not sure that helps you that much, but it can give a +1 to the fury
to the next person.
For the next person.
Yeah,
You're going to gain the fury from this.
On the manhandled. Yeah,
go ahead and move.
Right at the end, I'll do it, and then I'll gain. So I'll give the fury to somebody else on the next one.
Got it. Let's or as it's needed, because spells can take place at any time. Suffer wear and tear. I think we're up to, right?
Yep, wear and tear. Let's see, D6 wear and tear of a 4. I don't have that handy. Let's see here. Endgame plus events, right?
Yep.
Wear and tear.
Drop your helm, so you're going to take probably a point of damage from that.
A 4 drop of the helm. Yes, I don't have that, so I do take 1 point. Puts me down to 14. Got it. Okay. Roll for glory or remove one of your liabilities. I think I've seen this too much. Let's remove. I don't want I have no more self-doubts. My self-doubts are gone.
Okay. Probably a prudent thing. Next level, there's a good chance you're going to lose one of these anyway, but it is what it is.
Okay, and go ahead. Raise your gambit to 6. That's okay. So I don't actually. All the player characters. I'm not going to do so because we'll just take more points by doing so.
And a fear against this monster is probably not going to hurt you that much. Not help us that much. Exercise magic or opportunity knocks. You could release the dogs, but we know they're not going to hurt the true monster.
Right. Well, I guess I'll try an opportunity knocks to see if that'll help us at all.
Give me a D6.
Come on. High number is a 3. Divine Breath. Add a trigger hex, meaning place a marker within 2 hexes.
Meaning place a marker within 2 hexes. If a character can reach that spot, the party gains that tactical advantage. That advantage can be known. If the enemy reaches that spot, the characters will suffer D6 damage, no safeguards, no protection. So what is the advantage that we're putting on the board?
You could put it on 3-1 yourself.
It's got to be, I think it's got to be 2 hexes away.
Oh, okay.
2 hexes. So I can put it right in front of Rusty here.
You could put it 1-3. Oh, 2 hexes from him or 2 hexes from me?
You should put it at 1-1, Tony, because the monster can't
get it. Okay.
Give me 2 dice for the advantage to find out what it is first, though.
Okay.
It may be something we can't get. 6/6 is a 12. That's a goblin blunderbuss. That's probably pretty good. Let me find my advantages here. Advantage gained. The advantage gained. You rolled a 12. You're saying?
Yeah, 12. 6/6.
12. Wow. It's a goblin petard. Sadly, it's not the blunderbuss. The petard will, if we pick it up and throw it, it will kill the main monster. It will kill a true monster within the target hex and all surrounding hexes. The impact spot may only target a hex 3 or more distance, though.
Oh, that's perfect. 1, 2, 3. So after I go, if let me see. No, once Rusty goes, if he's able to move over, picks it up, then
he can pick up and throw the goblin grenade.
Yes.
To kill the monster.
So
it's as if the gods are putting mischief in our way.
So that's in 1/1, so that'll be hopefully helpful. So Rusty, hopefully you can do that and kill when you go.
And I've marked that on the map with that little sun symbol. And where are we at in this whole thing? Yeah, boy, still haven't gotten to the bottom yet. Gain the fury +1. Gain a random cantrip and roll magic permanence. Give me a D, big and little, Tony, and a second D6. A 51.
51, I have a shoe then. Why? I already have shoes. I have boots. No, sorry. A shoe is Allows the user to avoid curse regardless of dexterity in Ordeal 5-1.
You want to use that and eliminate the excavated immediately
Yes.
from the site, I would think.
Yes,
but give me the
absolutely.
permanents first, because you got to be able to use it. If you rolled a 1, it's not. You can't
Okay.
use it.
A 5.
A 5 is going to be rank 3.
3. Yeah.
So rank 3, you can use it repeatedly. And if you use it immediately to eliminate the excavated problem, I will read to see what we've lost from that. We would roll again on, you want to do this after the battle, so it's not in battle when you're doing this.
So I will wait and,
It's one that's giving us the -1 agility, though, isn't it? So
It is.
Yeah.
I think it is. If it's giving us the
5-1
-1
is
agility,
the
making our
excavated.
agilities harder, that's a better thing to get rid of it. And so let's move on to the next person. Greg, you have the we're subtracting 2 for the monster, but we're adding 1 for the Fury and your weapons. So it's a straight roll.
And then I do an enhance to give you the extra fury. So it's 2.
Okay.
You should have, there's 2.
So
Well,
I get +1. So
There was 2, and plus I used my ace of my dirty tricks. So you should have a +3 plus
+3.
weapon.
Okay. And
So if you
minus
have a
2 for the
weapon-
monster, +3.
Yep.
So you're going to be a net of +2. Greg has rolled a 5. Does 5 kill a monster?
that's cat and mouse. Let's just look at that real quick.
It does not kill
It
a
does
true
not.
monster.
Mm,
You got to get a 6.
So, but can I add my? Oh no, we already.
You may not,
I
because
did it.
Tony added dirty
Yeah.
tricks. So
Yeah.
let's just read the cat and mouse then.
Option for you to move a hex. Where am I? And it.
you can't get to the grenade. No worries.
The second move is into the escape route, which is
You-
a terrible idea. But no, I'll stay. Slay, no non threat. Do not take any magic or opportunity knocks. I may roll for hoarding. I might as well. 3. Okay, so I add 3 to my 2, so I'm a 5 or better. Move all monsters 1 space or 2 if it's already there. Count the damage delivered.
Move monsters 1 space or 2. The fiend is going to destroy the goblin petard, and by doing so, delivers a d6 to all people.
All right.
And count the damage delivered from the monsters. It's going to be 1 point of damage only, and it's going to be absorbed by our shield. Who has self-doubts? No one has self-doubts. Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, good job, Tony, getting rid of the self-doubt. That's the one.
It's so important.
Option, slay a war dog to reduce total by 5. No need. Roll stat agility to lower damage by d6. Also no need. Someone must suffer the enemy damage. So he was doing
No points of damage.
Okay, yeah. Add an evil flare. Yes.
There's the big one.
4. All right, so 2d6, 4-2.
42. Torturous.
Excellent. That sounds good.
Yeah,
Right?
Oh, man. That just sounds awful.
it is awful.
It's in the chat.
All right, so torturous. Everyone's hands are nicked, knees are sliced, feet have been punctured. The number of tiny traps not listed have been too numerous to count. Something like imps are moving and setting these harms. In combat, everyone in the party drops a point of vigor. Yay. Reset values to 5 as required by minimums. Flare makes ordeals 3-5 impossible, except when employing magic. Game Master may decide to substitute an alternate with grave results. Engage instead in combat or make group find an alternate path to progress. So that part's up to you. And
Yep.
so it looks like everybody goes down in agility. So even
In was it agility or vigor?
vigor, sorry.
Hey, vigor. Yes, I already moved everyone down in vigor, and that also hit us at 42. 42 is right out here, Greg.
Awesome.
So it's going to be a D6 to me and a D6 to you. Here comes my D6. My D6 is going to be 3 minus 1 from my shield is 2 points of damage to me. And Greg, roll your damage, please.
He did. He got 1. So he took 1 damage. He got
he
2.
He takes 1 point of damage.
and Fury goes up by 1.
And we because we have yes, Fury will go up by 1. It's going to be +4, but we also got cantrips, Greg, you and I, from being hit by the evil. And here comes my cantrip. It's going to be a 34 of rank 1.
I have a 61.
34 is I got the zoom. And Greg got himself a 61 of 1. And we don't have 61 and we don't have 34, at least not now. And we move on to the Fury we got. And finally, if the party has slain more, it does not. Over to me, I guess, right? You guys gave me a tremendous advantage. Thank you. I'm up to +4 now, right? +4 plus my sword.
-2.
Thank you. It's not a good time.
+3. Yeah, oh God, come on.
All right, so 5 down 2 is 3. I got a 4 as a respite. Respite's not going to really help us in this situation. In fact, it's going to be worse because the monster can't move, so we still got a chance on Rusty for him to get the petard. So I'm trying to find it here. Shaken respite. Roll cantrips as desired. Slay an adjacent non-human. No true monsters. Exercise opportunity knocks. I do have a gambit, but it's a knockback. But it's only at level 3. Let me think. Knockback a 3. I can move him to 2/3, which means he can't get to the magic, possibly.
That's what you need to do because he needs to be 3 spaces from the petard when Rusty steps onto it for Rusty to be able to kill him.
No,
Okay,
it's within 3 spaces.
Oh, it's within
I thought.
3. Oh, I thought it had to be at 3.
No, it's the range is 3.
The range is 3, and so
Up 3, okay.
let me try to roll a 1, 2, or 3 on my gambit to bash him, and I did. All right, and count the damage of adjacent monsters. I also knocked him away so he doesn't damage me. That's nice. I have characters annoying. How many people are annoying? 2.
3. Yeah, 2.
That's 6 points of damage from annoying. And someone's going to suffer 6 points of damage. That someone I think is going to be me, right?
It's your roll, I'm afraid, unless it took you down halfway.
It did not. I'm at 15 points of damage, which actually does put me down at
half. So you should spread it.
All right. So let me think this again. All right. If I take 2 out of the 6 points of damage, I will only take 1 of it. And if I give Rusty has a shield. If I give Rusty...
No, I do not have a shield.
Oh, well, I should hit you anyway for not having your shield.
You should hit me anyway, but
no,
you basically hit the other guys for
it's only
at least
6.
1.
I give Greg 1,
and
2.
His shield will absorb it.
And his shield absorbs 1 of the 2, so that's 2.
I wouldn't give it to Greg because he's pretty low, so I would give Greg only 1 and Tony 1 and let you and I take the brunt of it.
And Tony would take 1, which would be no. I'm going to give Greg his 2. He's a fighter. He needs to get some hit points here, and needs to get some XPs here. He needs to get in the game. He needs to take some opportunity knocks rolls. He needs to get some glory. Okay, so I gave Greg 2 points. I took 2 points, and Tony took 1 point. That leaves 1 point coming to you, Rusty.
That's
and you
fine.
absorb that, right? Okay.
No, Tony absorbs his.
No,
I
that's
don't
right. You
absorb
don't
mine.
have. You got the no shield. All right. Well, you got your total of 5. If I got all of that, that was a hell of an accounting method there. I'm going to try to pull you off some guys here so that I can give you a nickel. Nickels are fun.
I take the rolls that the dice dictate I can take. Not a matter of decisions.
I understand that, right, Greg?
Yeah. Okay.
That's okay. Well, we both got up to Bessel functions and beyond with math level. So let's see what we got here now. Roll stat vigor to take off a D6 hit points. We should have gotten to that first, Rusty, because my vigor is a 2. No, nobody can roll stat vigor, and since we're going to be taking extra damage by trying to roll stats, if no one died, gain an XP. See, Greg, that's all you need to do. You need to just have no one die to gain an XP. I'm over to Rusty. Rusty, you're at +4.
All right, let's get something big.
-2 +1 for your shield.
No, 1 for my sword.
I'm sorry, 1 for your sword. Excuse me. Rusty got a 4.
And
Adding
that's
3 is a
enough to
7.
kill it.
A 7 will kill it, and that is the end of the game. He could also have moved and grabbed the petard. And
I could have moved and got the petard. Can I move and get the petard and use it later?
No, you cannot. In fact, the game specifically says that we do not use Goblin Tech except when it falls in our lap with the blunderbuss and the. Otherwise,
it did fall in our lap.
Yes, but its fuse is lit, Rusty.
Its fuse is lit.
It would be a bad idea to sit there and go, "Hey,
it's a petard.
We'll use this later. We'll use this later." Yeah, but you don't know how to light that fuse or make that fuse go out. You're not that clever. I know you're not that clever because you don't have the cantrips that I have. All right, let's. You cannot hold these advantages till the next combat. Now it is half past. We're going to call it here, and we're going to come back and play next week. We're going to stay in the same adventure, and if I need to demonstrate how this works with Underworlds, if we finish this adventure, which we probably will next week, we will do a little bit of Underworld Crawl to get us home.
So everybody should think about how you should have done the sword in the anvil.
There's no way to win that. That's just a bit of mischief that's placed in the Fey Garden to eat up time and make people feel inadequate.
Oh, okay.
Not everything is something.